Hey, what's going on? Let's see if we can burn this down today. We're going to try new ways of doing things. We're also going to not open up just one, but two booster boxes of this new, what is this thing called? Sparks
Star
of
Wars
Rebellion.
Unlimited.
Yeah, Unlimited. We're going to see if we wasted money or if we didn't. I'm pretty much guaranteeing if Wayseeker's involved, and he wasted money on it. I, on the other hand, am probably going to hit a super duper legendary booper, so I'll be doing just fine. We're also covering a lot of interesting stuff dropped in Star Wars this week. A lot of fan favorites that came back this week and showed up in Double J has a fan favorite that showed back up in the comic, and Wayseeker has a couple that Wayseeker has one that showed up in the novel, and then Jedi's got one that showed up in the novel too. So we'll cover those. We'll look at how some of those books are doing, and then we'll just show you where their first appearances are too, just so we get a refresher.
You also got quite a few in the book. You got the Santikas and the Grafs. You can't.
I got a lot. Well, I also like the characters that you guys like. I just try not to because I like to give you guys some love too. So we're gonna go over those real quickly. But before we do, and Dom was on location harassing Star Wars celebrities at a con. He is currently on the train getting off of it, so he'll be running a little bit late. So I don't think Wayseeker's will be able to troll him on the news. However, he'll be here as quickly as possible, and he might pop in with a story or two towards the end. So we have all that. Let's get into news. But before we do, let's say hi to the chat. SW, hey, Ruben, Star Wars, Ruben, take a day off. Star Wars are the best days with the crew. Can't wait to get to the review of the Unlimited, and Wayseeker is 101 on winning this week's review of the Bad Batch. His odds are 100-1. That's very funny because he just called himself Woody, which if you know how we're doing, that style of thing was taken off of Around the Horn, and Woody,
wink, wink.
Yeah, Woody didn't do that well. GT Key Comics, both from Denver though. Thumbs up, hi, or at least he wrote from the Denver Post. Vader Prime, evening, gents. Looking forward to another Star Wars Sunday full of news, rants, reviews. Cheers. Beast, good. I'm glad it seems like everything's going a little bit better, Vader. So hopefully it is with you and your family. Very good. Artrell, what's going on? Sunday crew. Hi. What's up, Artrell? Good to see you. Man, Artrell's been just hammering the chat lately. It's really great to see you. Ed LeBeau, saying hi for the algorithm. Hi, Ed. John, Jedi. This guy loves you, Jedi. Did you send him a headshot of you signed yet? John?
No, but I've been getting weird emails, so I think he may be stalking me.
Oh well, now you know how it feels. I've been stalked by a dude for over a year now. John Sanders and the Oscar for the best ranting in YouTube Star Wars shows goes to. Thank you very much. That's on. I think that's what my wife is. It the Oscars that my wife is watching? Is that
Probably.
What's on today?
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Jeffrey Drake. Hello, all. Hello, Jeffrey Drake. Mr. Appleman. Hi, everyone. Apples. Thank you, Apples. You did. Jeffrey Drake opened 2 booster boxes last night. Jeff, why didn't you tell us we would tape something where we could have you open them so people could see them?
Yeah,
or something, man. That would be fun.
Any bangers?
I don't know. Oh, well, I do know what they are now. Unlimited matches between Wayseeker and Thay. Bring your own play mat match. Thay, did you pick up the Star set yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. We will start playing soon. I've already got I don't know what I've got. I've spent too much money.
I already beat my kid a couple times.
Your kid's 3 years old. That's a accomplishment.
I'm scouting right now. I'm just seeing what you guys have so I can go out and.
I gotta play against the competition that I have in the house. You know,
Sticks. I am not a nub lover.
Jedi's gonna be the best of us all. I have a feeling Jedi's just gonna devote his life to this game.
No, I'm just scouting right now.
So hold on. Does this thing come with 2 full decks? Can I play versus my kid?
2 full decks. You can play.
Oh well, shit. We'll open this too to see what's in it. But that's cool. Then I will play against my kid.
That's what I've been doing. Yep.
I don't know. Oh, cool. All right. Well, we'll go. We might be able to help you because we pulled up a couple sales too, and we broke down the whole thing to explain to you. We are doing an unlimited section.
I didn't put this one together. It's on Marco. So if it's
it's on me. Marco. I didn't go through all of them. I grabbed 2 examples, one of a character, the super rare foiled, and one of an object. So what?
Not everything seems high. If you got that one,
oh yeah, no, there was one that snuck in. So that card, I did pull the card what it sold for someplace else though. There's a card that's
No, it's worth a lot more than that guy.
Worth a lot.
A couple $100 easy, and somebody sold it for $5 or $10 or something crazy.
$8.
And that was the foil legendary or
it
whatever?
Was
the showcase. It was a showcase.
Showcase Boba.
Yeah. Boba Fett, right?
All right. Well, let's start the news. We'll get into it. Looks like everybody's going to want cards. We're going to probably break down 2 different boxes or 3 different boxes. We're going to open a bunch throughout for you guys. We should be having some fun. So, go ahead.
All right, right off the top, Dom's not here, so he doesn't get trolled too hard on this one. But Daisy Ridley's speaking a lot. South
New Dom.
She is out there promoting her new movie. And so she's had a couple interviews, and what she said is that she will be reading the script, and she called it the New Jedi Order imminently. She also said that filming of the movie is expected to begin in late 2024 and early 2025 with a hope for a 2026 release. That seems a really quick turnaround. I hope that's not true if you're not filming until early 2025, but maybe. But she also said that Rey is going to be a very different kind of Jedi Master from Luke, which is good. Like, Luke sucked as a Jedi
Hold
Master.
on now. So I saw this here, and I know I'm trying to help my man Dom out. He's changing his ways. He said he's trying. He has come into a couple streams a little bit more towards the Dom we remember. He's not as chipper as the first Dom we had when he was originally just before all the negativity got to him. However, I decided to read this. And I got the only thing I had to say pretty much about the whole article was everything that she was talking about. There's a very famous saying out here that we have, and it's this. That's what she said. She said a bunch of this. That's it. She literally said, I know the whole thing, but then said, she told it over to the director told me over the phone in like 5 minutes. Well, a movie, you can't tell a whole movie over the phone in 5 minutes. So it's not like the script's actually written. It's not actually like anything that the director told you or writer may or may happen, because as we know, they go through plenty of changes and everything else. This is a complete troll that you're trying to troll Dom with. He says he's not falling for it, and good
Dom's
for her.
Totally falling for it.
You know, a bag of money.
I know. It's not a troll. She didn't really give any, like you said, she didn't give any details. She just basically she did what actors are supposed to do, which is promote the movie. And she
it wasn't even that.
Hardly anything about it to promote with. So
she did say like, "Oh, I would have taken the job if I didn't know what the character was going to be."
So I think over the years, Daisy has become very adept at the interview process, and I think she's saying exactly what she thinks Star Wars fans want to hear. And we have a saying that is around the world, and it's called the old bait and switch. So just because she says that what we're going to get does not mean that's what we're going to get. So,
but she doesn't say it.
Just playing to her audience a little bit.
No, I mean, I don't think she does say something like that. She's learned a lot since the last time she did Star Wars. She's relearning stuff. But what she did say in the interview was nothing. She didn't say anything. She said, I had a call.
Speaking in generalities, very much.
Yeah, she said, I had a call. They said, I love what they're going to do with the Rey character. It was 5 minutes. Okay, well, that's not enough time that's not enough time to know everything about the character of it. She's going to be different than Luke. Okay, yeah. We already could figure that one out. No shit.
I know, right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I wanted to set Dom up because Dom would be pretty mad about this.
No, he wouldn't have. He would have been all right.
Yeah, he wouldn't be.
All right, next up.
Here's the other one to set Dom off, because Dom was going up on crazy theories about this one. Unfortunately, Brendan Wayne, who is the one who plays the Mando, says there are currently no plans for a Mando season 4 at the time. So the movie is not planned to be like some ending to season 4 or whatever.
Right. This is kind of what we said when they first mentioned this out, and Dom was going crazy saying that no, there's going to be a season 4 and it's going to play into the movie, and the movie's going to be
So there is no plan for season 4 at this time. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just not the priority. The movie's the priority first.
To flip it around from the last one, at the same time, what the fuck does this guy know about it? I mean, like, to me, the thing is, like, you're a guy that walks around in the suit. Like, you're literally the last. They don't even have to give you a script. You're like the last guy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because all he has to do is hit the X's. Walk to the X, dude.
So I mean, I'm sure there's plans for it, I just don't think there's
Well,
like plans
to
that
play
he's
devil's
got
advocate,
for it.
though, to play devil's advocate, he probably has more set time than does Pedro.
Pascal.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, but they probably don't give him the full script for one and for two. But the other thing is his pay's probably different. So he probably knows if he's picking up a movie check or if he's picking up a TV check. So if he's picking up a movie check, I think he might know that the movie's coming. But that's what we kind of thought it was going to be anyways. I still think, I know you guys don't, but I still think this was going to be the one that you're going to try to push out first.
I think it is. No, I think it's coming out first. I just think it'll be interesting if it's more like JJ said, where it's going to be like a 2-week or 3-week release, then go to Disney Plus, or if it's going to be a big blockbuster push in the movie theater. I don't know which way they'll do it. So, yeah, I think Ruben wants to see the Ray movie more than this one.
Well, I think he just likes to see it all, actually. Yeah.
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 So, I mean, this is kind of what we expected. I think he knows that they're not filming both at the same time, though.
Right. Well, I think he would, like I said, once again, you get a paycheck. He gets a paycheck.
Yeah.
He has a contract. 2 different pay styles. You're going to know what you're doing there. You might not know what it is, but you know what you're doing. So
the question is, what kind of popcorn bucket are we going to get with this movie when it comes out? That's the
and how much will it sell on eBay used when I'm done with it?
That Dune bucket is terrifying. Anyway,
how much is it going for?
like
I think
$50
like
to $100,
$70.
I think.
Really?
Is it up to 100? Jeez.
how much does it cost to buy one?
I don't know.
Probably like
However bunch of bucket of
$25,
popcorn
$30.
costs.
I think it comes in a set or a combo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you
The
like
theater
two
I
drinks.
went to didn't have it, so
The one I went to had it, but I didn't pay for it. It's like you get it like 2 drinks in the bucket of popcorn with a commemorative thing. The thing I don't get is like you get free refills with one of those things or whatever they like always offer you. But like, am I going to get up in the middle of the movie and like go get popcorn? Like, no.
It'd be okay if it's in one of those movie theaters where they bring the food to you, so you just hit the button and they bring you more. But
No, that's
I'm not
true.
getting up. Yeah.
it's
What's
not
that
terrifying if you don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, because of the thing, yeah.
I mean,
All
it
right.
looks like a specific something, and we won't go there.
This one was also for Dom. Dom really put this one in chat. And I actually watched it. I don't know if anybody watched it. An Instagram person or whatever. I don't know who it is, but one of the people Dom follows did a supercut of Ahsoka that really did it was like a mini film, just taken from scenes from the Clone Wars and Rebels, and just showed her entire journey in one little mini film. So I don't know if you picked that up, if anyone had time to watch it. It was really well done, and both Rosario Dawson and Ashley Eckstein came out and praised it this week. And so if you're a Ahsoka fan, it's nothing new. It's just scenes that we've seen from the other shows. But it was cut well and did show the entire arc, I feel like,
cool.
of Ahsoka. So if you missed
Did they do Baby Sailor Tusoga in there too?
No babies. No, just from Clone Wars and Rebels. Nothing from live action, nothing from Tales of the Jedi. So you haven't got to watch any of the, baby saber-tooth tiger
Sky
stuff.
Guy did we get?
What?
How much Sky Guy did we get in there?
Yeah, Sky Guy. Unfortunately. They lasted on that one a little bit too long in Clone Wars, unfortunately. But hey, whatever. If you want some Ahsoka, and if you haven't seen them all and you just want to get that arc, it was well done. So I recommend it. Skeleton Crew received a release date update from an actor, which is always suspicious for me, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And the actor says it is coming in late fall, November. That's the timeline that they've been told for the release for Skeleton Crew, which is kind of on par for what everybody else is saying. I have a feeling they probably just picked it up from YouTubers or from who knows where. But this is, I think, what we've been expecting. So nothing out of the normal there. But
yeah, all right.
That gives us a show.
That's gotta be making people. Well, I don't know. I think I was gonna say it would have to make people like Dom happy, but I think he's already turned that into something where it went from positivity to.
I have no expectations. There's no bar for the show. Like it cannot be worse than
which actor? Yeah, which actor said it? That is a good point. What actor?
From it was one of the kids.
Oh, one of the kids. Yeah, kids can't ever keep their mouth shut, so I believe it.
Yeah, just one of the kids. I don't know who they all are, but they're all those kids from the group or whatever. So, Yeah, I don't know their names, and I didn't really want to put them on here. Nobody knows who they are, but I have zero expectations for this thing.
Oh no, Ed. I got no clue.
Who listens to the YouTubers? Dom. All of them somehow, and like half our channel.
Myself.
Half of our channel listens to for like 50 hours a week.
Yeah, they listen to us for 50 hours. Yeah.
Going forward, we got this release. I'm interested to hear what I know people really liked the first one of these audiobooks that Kevin did. Kevin's doing a Tempest Breaker audiobook, which will focus again on Lorna and Avar and Kiwi. It is coming out December 3rd. I know this is one of your favorite audiobooks that they've done, Marco. Are you excited?
I'll be honest with you. I went back to see who did the comic on High Republic because I forgot who was doing it for. And when Scott gets to do these demented characters like Laura and he's doing the skier arc right now in the High Republic where he's turned, like that is his element. That's when he's the best. And that's when that portion of Star Wars is the best. You know, I think he kind of got off of it when he kept doing Vader's Castle over and over again. But when he gets these audiobooks, he did, was it Master and Apprentice? Which was the first audiobook he did?
Duke You Lost.
Duke Lost Jedi. Yeah. Really good. He did it deep. I mean, like he does very well on these. So I am highly looking forward to this. Yes.
So the first question is this the book that just came out? Because I'm behind on my book.
No, this one's just got announced. It's coming out in December.
Okay, right. And
it's a sequel to the one you did.
But do they mean audio performance or audio? Is this going to be audio book?
Performance.
It's one of the performance.
It's like an audio drama or whatever.
Got it.
Just like the last one he did for.
The book itself probably won't release till like March, which is what I hate because I like to read the books. You always have to do the audio book.
Well, I think too, when we get into our audiobook, we'll actually have a little debate too, because I think how Wayseeker read a certain part and how the audio played out that certain part were two very, very different ways. So,
but at least the performances are well done. Like it's a whole cast.
Yeah.
Instead of like the same guy doing.
Yeah.
Or it was just one female this time, and it kind of gets distracting because it's just a higher pitch or a lower pitch when she does male voice.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I don't know how you listen to audiobooks because that would just drive me crazy.
Tough sometimes. You have to go back and re-listen because you're like, wait, are you a different character or are you not? It's tough.
Yeah. So I'm excited for this one. This should be a good pickup, especially since the first one on Lorna was so great. So John Williams came out this week and shared his biggest Star Wars regret, and that was the Luke Leia love theme from New Hope. He thought, and Lucas never told him otherwise, that they were going to end up as a couple. So everything he did and musically was geared toward that outcome. And so now he feels like
he wasn't alone.
Misled him a little bit. He feels a little bad about it.
Yeah,
I don't think Lucas knew at the time what the story was going to be. But hey, that's.
I don't think he did. Do you think he knew what it was? Like, I don't think he knew that they were.
I don't know. It's tough to say how much he changed in between the two movies, but
yeah. I think he might have tried to oversell. I think he might have tried to oversell the fact that they were going to be siblings, and he tried to oversell it the other way, which is why we got that little, the kissing and all that. 50 years later, John Williams says this.
Yeah.
This is all right.
He's reflecting on his life, I guess. I don't know. He's kind of had this big piece.
He's 92 years old. It's going to look back every now and then.
Every now and then.
I just can't believe this hasn't come out before. Like, like John Williams has never done an interview in 50 years, and no one's ever asked him what he thought about Luke and Leia.
I don't think he knew. Yeah.
I don't think he knew either.
I don't think he knew either. I think.
Yeah.
I've heard Ruben's theories on stuff before. I just think Ruben's very positive and not very realistic situations.
I think he totally meant for them to get together, and then somewhere along he's like, "Well, let's switch this up."
I always thought the reason could be too that I don't think he meant to carry Han over as long as the character as he did.
No, I think he was. I think he was worried that Harrison Ford. I mean, you remember Harrison pitched that he should have been killed off, right? They should have. Kind of like
Harrison wanted his character killed off as early as Empire, but.
Well, he didn't want it. He said it made sense, and at that point it did, because if you think that Luke and Leia weren't brother sister, then Han was the dispensable character out of the
Yeah.
three. You know what I mean? It made sense. When you hear him describe it, it made sense what he was saying. But I mean, he was also helping rewriting stuff on some of that show, or some of that movie. So, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, Jedi didn't abuse the elderly. What are you talking about?
All I can say, if that's your biggest regret, you're doing well in life. So, yeah. Anthony Daniels. I don't know what's going on with Anthony Daniels. I think Anthony Daniels is broke or something because he's selling off a lot more of his C-3PO merchandise. And he's selling off some big ticket items, and he's selling off some crazy stuff. And so I put a few items here on here to see if Jedi is interested in some of these things. And so we already knew he was selling off C-3PO's head that he had. But now we found out he's selling off the hands from C-3PO as well from Empire Strikes Back, which is expected to sell for $60,000, which bonkers to me, but whatever. You in for $60K if you had $60K for some C-3PO hands?
Not if I only had $60K. No.
No. Why the hell would I pay $60K for a pair of C-3PO's hands?
How does he have all this stuff?
That's what I was wondering. How did he walk
maybe
out?
he's trying to sell it all before somebody really questions why he has all this stuff. And they start confiscating it.
Almost 50 years of being in Star Wars. They give actors the props and stuff when they leave a lot of times. So it's been in 50 years.
I don't know. Lucas didn't give a lot of. There's so much stuff that.
You're usually going to take one or two things, and he's been doing it for 50 years.
One or two things. I get that. No, this dude took like thousands of things. Thousands every time.
Well, like
he can't do that anymore. I mean, that's for sure.
He's been selling stuff lately. Like, I don't think he's broke. I just think he's trying to stay relevant.
I don't know. You'll see when he's selling up here next, and you'll be like, maybe
he was complaining a little while back about some of the stuff in Star Wars. Like,
yeah, I got something in here to troll Dom because he's gonna love it. But
it's not like you take it with you.
Trolling guy's not here. It doesn't work.
I didn't know he was gonna be here.
You can do bury him with C-3PO's hands. Like, for selling that stuff, why not?
Yeah. If you're gonna sell it, but I think that's it too. Maybe that he does like attention.
Maybe I think he likes attention too. I think that's definitely part. So here's the next thing. C3 he's trying to sell C3PO's script that just has the Ewokanese dialogue that was handwritten that he had to learn. And so this wasn't actually the script itself. This is what somebody wrote for him so he could learn Ewokese. So just a random handwritten notes in Ewokese he's trying to sell for $3,000.
Wow.
I mean, anything that you buy directly from Daniels is probably going to come with a pretty solid, I don't know if they tag it, they hologram it, however they authenticate stuff anymore. So, I mean, I'm sure you get some sense that it's legit, but I just can't, we were talking a little bit on Friday about, flexing your muscle and showing off your collection. I just can't see this being your big pose for showing off your collection.
It's been in mainstream for 50 years now. People collect this stuff. The museums will buy these things. I mean, there's all types of people that run independent places buy these things. People just for their own collections. I mean, it's a prop, or it's whatever it is.
It is. It's crazy. All right, moving forward, it gets even weirder.
I've seen dumber things related to Star Wars stuff.
He is selling a half-used roll of gold duct tape that was used on set to repair C-3PO.
That's just...
That half-used roll of duct tape is expected to fetch somewhere between $200 and $400. Here you
what
go,
the hell?
budget. Do you want a half-used roll of gold duct tape that was used in the movie?
See, that's what I'm telling you. This dude just was stealing shit. He was stealing shit. He's trying to sell it. He's like, look, it's been 50 years. I think, what is it? What the reunion 40th for Jedi? So, he's like, look, they can't get me anymore. Like, what are they going to do? So he's just trying to get all this shit out.
I guess.
Does this stuff even stick anymore? What the hell?
Broke. Why is he selling this thing for $200 to $400?
Not to get bogged down in semantics, but if it's still on the roll, it wasn't used. So I would rather have the stuff that somebody peeled off of the suit than this. digging too deep, maybe.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's
who needs this is the guy who bought the helmet or whatever for.
Okay, hold on. Who was it again?
$600,000 or whatever.
Wasn't it JJ that's like, oh, he was there 50 years. They give him at least something to take home. No, this dude was stealing shit every day. This is some shit.
He was stealing office supplies. This guy.
Yeah, he was stealing office supplies.
He's holding on this thing for 40 years. Like, what's he doing?
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. No,
somebody says you need to put that under a black light.
Okay. My other question is, so like, how old? Like, this is probably pretty old because it just looks old. But like, how old is this stuff? He played C-3PO in 9 movies.
Yeah.
Like, is it from like Force Awakens? Like,
who knows? Well, the next one comes from Rise of Skywalker, so that one is new. But yeah,
it looks
no,
like
but then I believe it's coming from where he says, because I have a feeling this guy's a klepto. I think he just started. I think he went just like the. If you've ever worked in an office, there's always that one asshole that gets the office supply closet locked up. He's the guy. That's him. He's the guy. This guy's a dick. Have you ever listened to him talk before?
He really is a dick, though. Like, I've heard this guy talk. He's a dick.
Dude, I remember one time when I was an executive, there was somebody stealing the printer ink for like those massive jet printers that they have. And was selling them for $200. Yeah.
Yeah, you can sell them for a lot of money.
You can sell them for a shit ton of money. That's what this guy was doing. He's probably like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go.
You just see like Anthony Daniels leaving the set in like a hoodie, and he's got like all this stuff stuffed in his like pants and
fanny pack. Like, he's got a fanny pack at one point. He's just walking out.
He's carrying a duffel.
All right.
Yeah, duffel bag.
One more that was meant to troll Dom. He also is selling a gift that he got from Kathleen Kennedy from Rise of Skywalker, an aging C-3PO cookie that he's trying to sell for $100.
Wait, it's a cookie?
Kathleen Kennedy made this cookie just for him.
It looks like a cookie.
And instead of eating it, he kept it.
How
and
old
now
is
he's
that
trying to sell this cookie for $100.
Rise of Skywalker, so it'd be 9 years.
Bro, he's got to make room for his fucking Beanie Babies, dude. Like,
do you want an Age of Skywalker aging C-3PO cookie?
I know some people that have kept their wedding cake longer than that, though, in the freezer.
I'm wondering how
I didn't do that shit.
Yeah, I'm wondering how he kept it, and if it kept this well for that long, he's probably count his blessings that maybe he didn't eat it. And secondly, if I was Kathleen Kennedy, I would scoop this thing up for $100. I mean, if this is something you gave him or that you made yourself, I would scoop that up for $100.
Yeah, like
give it to him in the next Ray movie.
Yeah, no offense, but aren't you just going like, really, you're selling shit I gave you? Like,
I know, right?
I thought this was gonna say. I didn't think this was gonna be KK. I thought this was gonna be from a fan. He just said it. Hey, this is from a fan. They gave me this, and fucking, I'm selling. Like, what are you doing?
Joke's on you. It's from a fan named Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm disturbed by all of the proceedings here.
She didn't make it. Came from just some random ass bakery. No, it looks like she probably did make it. It doesn't look good.
That cookie is terrifying.
Dude, but if you want a job ever as a again, like, you can't sell this thing.
I assume it's supposed to be, looking at the card now, I assume it's supposed to be like a gingerbread man.
Why does he have like a Bob Ross like wig in the background?
What?
Oh, is that because she just didn't trim it out?
Yeah, she trimmed it.
Oh, that's not
the edge of the
hair.
cookie.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't. She just. This looks very amateur.
No, it's not an afro.
Yeah.
It's just a cookie.
Oh, well, she's definitely not good at fucking making cookies. This thing sucks. I wouldn't have eaten it either, but I would have thrown it out. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, your daughter made it or something.
Look, it says, I wonder, is that a personal fucking message inside there too?
Probably.
Jesus, this guy's a fucking degenerate.
I know.
What a degenerate. What? I mean, who does this? Jedi, this is something you do, right? You would sell something that somebody gave you, correct?
No, I have no willpower. I would have eaten this cookie like pretty quickly.
Oh my god!
Would not be around.
Like, I mean,
the car on the way home, maybe.
What is that? You got to be some type of way to do this. Like the rest of it, okay, you stole it. You're already the office thief. I got it. But you're just throwing it all in there. Then you're saying personal gifts. I'm telling you, the next round, if this thing sells, watch. There's gonna be like from. Little JJ wrote him a letter, or little Jedi wrote him a letter. I love your green dome. It's so nice. You're my favorite character. And little Jedi's note's going to be up for sale. here next time. $5 to $10.
Yeah, I got to give it to Wayseeker. When we were talking about this, Wayseeker, I said, "There's nothing that he has for sale that I want." And Wayseeker's like, "Well, maybe," and he was right. There is something in here. I kind of want this cookie. Yeah,
it's one of a kind.
Like this is also stuff that ends up for sale usually after somebody dies, though. Like all these like personalized items that they get, like. Although think of like Elvis and all the things that are like personalized to Elvis, and then after his death, like it ended up 18 million places to the auction it all off.
All right, that was the last of the things I pulled from a sale. There's other stuff on there, but this one I thought was the weirdest.
This is weird, dude. This guy, he's always been a dude. He's always been a creep ball, but shit.
Anthony Daniels, you get one of two things from Anthony Daniels a lot of the time. You either get him complaining about Star Wars, or you get weird shit like this, like him selling a cookie for $100. I mean, like this dude is. No, this guy's crazy.
He's out there, dude. The internet was really built for this dude. He should have a podcast because I know people would watch that shit. He is so wild, like that shit would hit, bro.
I just like he complains like, and he's also just horrible to like. A lot of the time when you try to meet this guy and like he kind of treats you like you're like insignificant. It's really
no, he doesn't kind of. You are the peon. He is the superstar. He will let you know that. Yeah. He'll tell you how he squeezes
it. His Celebration, though. People love him at Celebration, apparently.
I think people at Celebration just love everything.
Dude, having gone to Celebration at least once in my life, there's a lot of things to like at Celebration, but like you just got to be careful which of the celebrities from Star Wars you meet, because some of them are cool and some of them are not.
Yeah, no, but I think like the atmosphere, everybody just gets caught up in the atmosphere a lot with that.
Well, yeah, because there's people dressing up and everything else. It's kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
All right. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Andor will be coming to Blu-ray on April 30th. There's going to be some deleted scenes for people that care about those things. But the thing that made the news this week is some fans are really upset because it has that little subtitle on Obi-Wan Kenobi's the complete series. And so they're saying that is officially closing the door, which I don't actually think that's what they're saying, but
that's where you troll Dom. That's where you're trolling Dom. This is where you're trolling Dom. I get it. This is a little troll for Dom.
So I actually, people that like these things, that's great. I'm glad they're coming out.
Good luck, Cosmic One.
I'll try to pick up. I'll try to.
He's very rude.
It'd be great. It'd be great if they do them in like Steelbook, but I doubt they'll do that.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who the fuck
those are
buys
Steelbooks.
Oh, they are Steelbooks.
Oh, they are. Okay, cool.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
What the case is a Steelbook case.
It's a Steelbook case. It's the case is made. Well, it's not real steel, but
aluminum
or
whatever.
Yeah, it's usually printed embossed or whatever. There's actually some steelbooks for movies that are actually pretty nice to look at. I have a buddy that collects them and sticks them up on his wall.
Yeah. My first thought when I saw this was the same as Marco's. I didn't know anybody still bought Blu-rays.
Yeah,
they do.
People still buy physical media, Jedi.
Why not?
The older stuff I can get into, but if you're just buying stuff that came out, just
you can stream.
Coming out,
and you can still stream at any point. I don't know.
Unless it's some sort of manufactured rarity behind it, then I don't see
a lot of people buy the steelbooks to collect them, and they just stream the stuff instead of watching the discs inside, though. I mean,
so people also can release it internationally too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. That makes sense. I want this on VHS. Give it to Dwayne Scott.
So I'm excited for this one. Hold on.
Give it to Dwayne Scott. He wants it on VHS. That's a fucking good one. He gets it.
Ring the bell.
Good job, Dwayne. All right, what's up?
I'm excited for this one because I'm actually heading to Disney in April, so I'll be able to see what these ones are like. But they are adding to Star Tours in April Ahsoka, which is going to be centered around the Purrgil. They're going to talk about Andor, which is going to center around the Aldani, where they were in the sky, and then also some sort of space thing for Grogu and Mandu. So all of those.
Some sort of space thing.
Flying sperm whales. That's what you're excited about, huh?
I'm excited for Aldani.
That's not exciting at all.
Going through the eye and seeing that at Star Tours, I think will be really fun.
So which one are you going to? The California one?
California. It's closer.
Battle of Yavin or Space Whales?
Space whales. No. So
I don't. Yeah, the space whales are fun. They're fun.
Yeah, my kid will love it. That'll be a huge thing.
Falling off I will tell you this: that's entering the world between worlds. That's going to be awesome for you.
Oh yeah. Damn, Jedi, just taking shots at down. Don't hit a man while he's down. All right.
Oh no.
And then the one that everyone's looking forward to, but nobody more than Marco, we are getting a picture book coming in December by the same author that did that awful book about the Halcyon legacy with Han and Leia after they got married. This is going to be a wedding picture book for Han and Leia.
Why?
Because you wanted it. You asked for it, and they gave it to you. They listened to you, Marco. You want more Han and Leia. It's going to look like this. This is the art that we're going to get from this picture book, which you love.
I mean, art's
this
not
art
bad.
looks like shit.
I like the bat.
Yeah. No, I don't. This does not look like Han or Leia. This looks like
Han's shirt looks like it's built out of Roblox.
Yeah.
Leia looks really young, and it looks kind of creepy.
It does.
The age difference there.
Yeah.
But hey,
I don't understand why R2D2 is there because everyone knows C3PO likes to be alone when he's practicing his voyeurism. So I'm not sure why we have R2D2.
God. Oh God. Now you've got no. Get that vision out of my head now. Fucking crazy Jedi, man. Come on.
That's canon, my friend. C3PO hangs out in people's bedrooms in the dark and watches them sleep.
He's not lying. That is true.
It's true. It's
That's
from a book
100% true.
It was from a book that Jedi loved because it was all about the handmaidens.
The handmaidens. Okay.
What book is that?
Well, he also
God.
does it in the other one where was it Princess Stories or whatever, the one where Leia and Han are getting married and they have Kylo.
I think so.
Yeah, he's in that one too, doing the
one,
same crap like in the dark. So
R2D2 did it once too, though.
And people wonder why Anthony Daniels is selling memorabilia now.
But didn't R2D2 save somebody from like a snake or something? That's why he was there.
Yeah.
No,
R2
from outside. He didn't do shit.
R2 was inside the room. He was censoring the space slug things for Padme.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
but yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people, and I know everybody has different opinions, but this, I don't know who the fuck this could be for.
I'm just saying, everybody should give Marco this for Christmas. He should have like a whole case full.
Yeah, and then I'll put them. You know what? I just said you don't sell gifts that you're giving, but these motherfuckers I'll put up for 99 cents. See if I can sell them.
I already pre-ordered them and put Marco's address in.
Do not, please do not waste killing trees.
And that is This Week in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Hey, we had 35 minutes for news. That's not bad.
Yeah, we didn't go off on too big of tangents. Everybody's excited about the pack opening, so we got to get to it. All right, let's get to Star Wars. We've got Star Wars 44, The Trial of Nobody Gives a Fuck, and Lando. For those people that forget, he did something. Even my son was reading this book with me, which was kind of cool. But he's like, "Oh, why is Lando in jail?" And I was like, "I can't really remember." He saved Lobot, and that caused him to get into jail. And then they said, "Yeah, you saved me. You got me in jail." Lobot's like, "Why would you save me?" He's like, "I don't know, and I don't care." He's like, "But I need to call an old friend because they're gonna put me on trial." They switch over to this little group going like, "Hey, we're gonna go pull off the best job ever." The person that I called as friends is actually a well-written character. I wasn't going to show her, but she did a great job. She's got this little droid that's kind of funny. She's very sarcastic. And she's like, "Yeah, dude, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. I'm going to be your lawyer." All of a sudden, that group that they showed up earlier broke through and kidnaps Mon, who wasn't there. She was someplace else, which doesn't make sense and doesn't make the story any better. And the lawyer says, "Hey, that's what we needed, was that type of detracted to win this trial. I have a feeling we're going to win this trial." The book sucks. I don't know what you want me to tell you about it. It sucks.
A droid looks like a droid version of Sice Noodles.
Dude, it was funny too because
it's like an Instapot with legs.
If you see here, Chewbacca does get pissed because he's carrying all of the lawyer person stuff, and the robot's not carrying any of it. They made Chewie do the whole fucking thing, and then Chewie just drops her shit right on the ground with a thump, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, it's stupid. Whatever. Not stupid, however. High Republic number 4, which Shadow of Starlight, the series that started in 2003 in October and ended before this for some reason. This is technically where the High Republic Phase 3 starts after that, because that was technically the pre-phase. I know this doesn't make any sense, but I read the timeline, so did Wayseeker. It's supposed to be the pre-phase. This is actually supposed to be the real starting of High Republic Phase 3 in the comic segments. Cool 125. I think we all like that. Either way. We get Kiwi out in space just doing stuff, and Cert is somersaulting with droids for some reason. Whatever. Anyways, they capture Laura D's play. If you guys forgot that, she's kind of helping them out. She's kind of not really a bad guy, but she is kind of a bad guy. But they can't figure out how to show off the scav droid, so they reactivate the robot that they disabled earlier, which I don't know why you're going to disable a robot to reactivate it, but they did. And Kiwi's being pretty much a badass. For some reason, she's wearing a cloak for no reason on her head indoors, like it's going to rain. I don't get it, but it makes them look funnier.
It's cold in there, okay?
Yeah, right. Then one of them, Cert or Turk, one of the two tries to like mind melt D's mind, but the other one's like, yo, get out of here. That's not what we do. Kiwi tackles him. He's like, hey, you know I was talking about twinning. He's like, bitch, I don't know you. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I was like, damn, dude, the two brothers are like going at it because he kept saying we, and the other twin says, don't put my name on that bullshit. There's no we here. I thought that was kind of cool. Like I said, Scott wrote this book really well. So they're starting to go down towards this planet. This little monkey lizard thing flops on D, and she kicks it off, and it hits a tree. It's kind of funny. And then all of a sudden, one of JJ's favorite, Orblin, comes back as a blob. If you recall, years ago, we discussed this character, had gotten shot in the head by Laura D. We discussed ad nauseam on how he's probably not dead, because how could you shoot a orbital blob thing? And guess what? He just explains that you can't shoot him because it's an orbital blob thing. And just as JJ said about 2 years ago, the bullet would just go through the guy. And guess what? Bullet just went through the guy, didn't kill him.
So how does this thing ever die?
I don't know. It doesn't die from that.
I guess it's like Purge. I don't know.
It should still be alive after Order 66 because like you can't kill this thing.
I think of natural causes, maybe.
You could leave it out in the sun.
It's a blob. How does a blob naturally die?
He's
also like a gaseous type blob.
It's like Twinkies. Twinkies don't die. They're not like to me. It's like the similar thing.
Well, there's no more of them anymore because they don't make them. So
there's still more of them.
Lots of it.
What?
I said fire and lots of it.
There's still more of them in some landfill for the rest of our existence.
Nubs kills them. Fuck BK. You actually got one.
Nubs eats them.
Yes, this is the first time you see Slimer with a lightsaber in space. Yes. Yeah, dude. So that's what I'm talking about. This is I was kind of saying it earlier when you talked about the book, how they did this planet, how it showed up. It turns out there's 2 Jedi here. There's also Goblin or whatever, the little 4-armed cat monkey thing. He's like, yeah, dude, I was doing great. I got off also. And they're like, who took your eye? And Kiwi's like, Kiwi, it was your boy Skier, your master. And he's like, what? And then Oblin turns into, because he could shape shift, I guess, now a lot more. So he shape shifts into a temple. And he's like, yo, dude, you got to go to temple. But there's, and look at Skier looking like a badass, bro. Like, this is good, man. And you just, it's good, dude. You see him. You can't tell maybe on this page. But
it looks like Killer Croc. Yeah.
Well, he turns his head and you see a little bit of a yellow out of his eye. It's like, oh shit, there's fire going off around him. After I read this, I did go back and say, who's doing this? Because they're really doing these like turns of the characters very well. And it's Scott, and he's doing an amazing job. I can't wait for the next one to come out. So we'll talk about some of those first appearances that reappeared there.
John has a question here on what he has going. Is Kiwi gonna have to kill Skier?
So do you remember like Skier, they had said before in phase 1, Skier has this thing where he can get into these rage moments. Yeah. Where it's not him, he just gets into these rage moments. I have a feeling that he's going to get into the rage moment, and I don't think it's going to be Kiwi that kills him, but I have a feeling that something's going to happen there, and he's going to die. And then we remember, for those people that don't know, Kiwi's one of the lost 20s, so
right,
there has to be something traumatic going on. So and I think the death of Skier.
Killing her master could be traumatic enough to walk away.
It could. That could be a 2. Yeah, that could be a 2.
I think it could also be something like a character like Avar, or somebody kills her.
Yeah.
Or kills him.
Yeah.
And, basically that drives her away from the order type of thing.
One of the more pure characters.
Right.
There's also a character we'll talk about. There's also a character we'll talk about later from the novel that looks like they're setting up to maybe be a Sith. So it could be that character too. We'll see what happens. Next week, we've got Vader 44. The 125 looks cool.
I like that 125.
Yeah, the insides suck. So he's got another team. I don't know why they keep giving him these little fucking peon teams, but he's got the cyborg team now that he's going to be rolling with. Sabine looks pretty cool. So there
have you guys been buying Rebels covers?
No,
I haven't. I might buy this one.
Yeah, this is probably the one I'm going to buy. We also get Mace Windu. I know you guys don't like the Woo sometimes, but I thought this Mace Windu Woo is nice. 125. This is for number 2. I like it. It gives you the feel of the old Clone Wars covers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there you go. This is actually a decent read.
The A cover the best.
Yeah, the A cover where he's riding the green. Yeah. All right, that's a cool book. It's good. Also, supposedly this book is coming out. We'll see. I would, if I could, try to find that B cover by Hong, because I have a feeling it's going to be tough. Because if they are ordering, a lot of people aren't waiting around to order the B cover for this. This story is also good because we get to see some of the more diabolical. How would you say diabolical characters from the Storm? This is the guy.
He's nefarious.
I mean, I think
nefarious.
Oh yeah, he's nefarious, right? Nefarious.
He's also like a baby, so I'm really going to be interested to see like how Diggett, who is in the cupboard back there, right? Who really wants to just kill this guy, but has to get her aim, so she needs him alive. So how that plays out, because he was such an idiot at the end of the book.
And a bitch. He was a little bitch. He's a bitch boy.
Yeah.
And now he's got another.
He was depressed. Give him a break.
But now he has another. Now he has this third.
Bro, JJ. He was.
I was joking.
Yeah,
he was like the most depressed character ever.
No, there is. He gets a lot of these baby namelesses. He pretty much uses what's the stuff that women put into their face to
anti-aging cream.
Yeah, but whatever that one is called that they use, where it freezes their faces. He uses something of that effect. Botox. It's like he uses Botox for the nameless to try to like keep them alive and stuff. So he just keeps producing it with Botox.
He's going for that sponsorship deal with Neutrogena.
Yeah. Let's see if the second.
I have no idea where this one's gonna go. Like,
I swear to God, John, he uses like Botox. That's what they found. Was
that's
the
what
agent. The agent to feed them, is Botox.
That's an ingredient or whatever.
Without it, they die.
They thrive on,
yeah.
So, anyways, I mean, I hate the character. I hope he gets fucking shot right between his eyes, and then dragged. But sometimes that's why you read comics, to see if that will actually happen. I hate reading it
because it's a kid's comic, but that's okay.
That comic isn't that kid friendly though.
I get that, but it is like
it's supposed to be, but it's still got that dark horse love.
They don't kill anybody anymore.
Well, you're right, because Orban's back, right? But they do sometimes. That character's getting killed. JJ,
he'll die in a book.
Tell that to Crix, because he's still alive.
Crix is still alive. Is he though? He kind of.
I don't know. That's all we saw. What's her name?
We saw a vision of him maybe being alive and maybe being dead. So we don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, Ed, if you read the book on that guy, he was horrible. Oh, yep. Here we go. Braylon on the cover. We're getting both these characters on the cover. We're getting Shin and Balin. So I know a lot of people are going to like that. That's the Master and Apprentice. Probably one of the better Master and Apprentice covers they have. There's 1,000 covers for Darth Vader 45. This is Darth Vader 45. It's FOC. It'll probably be heavily ordered, the Master and Apprentice one. The 125 is okay. Not as good as the 125 that's coming out this week, which is pretty popular for some reason.
So Callus?
We know Sabe's coming back in a couple months. Yes. Jedi, will you start picking this thing back up when Sabe comes back, or are you just done? You're muted.
I don't know. Someone will have to catch me up on the story, because I'm not reading this stuff right now.
No, don't worry about it. You don't have to. This is some bullshit where he's got some cybernetic club that he hangs out with, and they suck. So don't worry about it. What's up in Tech, Tony?
We'll let you know when Sabe comes back, though, because
Sabe comes back, we'll let you know. Also coming up, speaking of people coming back, we're getting the Trickster from fucking High Republic Phase 2 back, so that's gonna be fun.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name. What is his name? I can't. K.
Yeah. So this comic, it'll be interesting because it's going back in time. So what we just read, we're not going to pick back up on that for like a good 2 months.
Which is super. No, I think they're going to have some of it because they have Kiwi and they have D covers, and I have a feeling they're going to keep a little of that in there. So the D is the 125. There is a Master Apprentice. It is Stalis who is dead, and Roe, who is going to be showing up in a movie. So there you go. All right. But the A cover is Kai. Yeah.
I got to pick that 125 up. I love
125 is good.
Fucking real sweet, dude.
The colors are awesome.
Yeah. That doesn't do it justice on the thing. Yep. Star Wars Elf. Yeah. The Star Wars Elf is the A cover. Also, we got over on the FO, we got number 4 for Fallen Alliance. What the fuck is happening to these covers? The B cover is fucking trash. The A cover is something I don't fucking know.
Is the GIS the incentive? I thought it was the other one.
The GIS, yeah, no, it's the GIS. I looked it up twice.
I thought it was the split face one.
No, that's Kamucha or something like that.
Oh yeah, the other split face one.
Yeah,
well, technically, there's 2 split face one because Thrawn's face is split too.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
The A cover is so bad. The B cover is horrible. The GIST is tolerable, but it's still not good.
The GIS is the best out of the lot.
But it's not saying anything.
And then you got Master Apprentice with Sabine and Ahsoka, because that's a fucking thing now. So go get those books. Yay. Hey, speaking of books, this week we'll look at what happened, the 125 for this week. There's a decent amount of them out there sold. It started off cheap, started going 20, 24, got up to 34, 36. We'll see what happens because there's plenty of these out there right now, and they're starting to go to auction. I have a feeling it'll get back within 2 weeks. I could be wrong, but I feel within 2 weeks it'll be back down to sub ratio, which is good news because this is kind of a cool cover if you saw it in person. Once again, the colors are great. For some reason, with the D covers, they're doing great colors on it. So
yeah,
that's pretty dope.
We just have so many. We just have so many Lorna covers, so it's hard to be like it's a great cover. We already have tons of great Lorna covers.
Yeah.
You remember when that wasn't the case, though? Remember
yes.
phase 1, there just wasn't that many Lornas, and now it's just like, damn.
And there wasn't that many good Lornas. Remember, there was like 1 or 2 Lornas where you're like, wow, that stuff was shit. It's like, but this last phase, they've been really pushing them out. Actually, she looks better on most covers than she does inside the book. Either way, that's where we're at with this week. This is the 1/102, 122, $90.60, and 125. I don't feel like there's a lot of these out here, but like some people, I think one of our friends, friend of the channel, is the one who bought it for $90.16, which is great because she was buying a little bit above ratio for the beginning ones. You're starting to see these 1/100s actually kind of drop down in price. Typically, if you remember, these 1/100s the week of are going for about 135, 165. So we're already seeing a lowering in the price as this goes on, and as less of them are being ordered, which is very interesting. Once again, it's just something to know about the market with the 1/100s, especially in Star Wars. He's missing a hand still. No, he's got both hands. All right, and then I did this. People said this was a cool cover book, so I decided to look it up.
Did you go around your notebook and?
No, last week. No,
I said I like this cover.
Yeah. Okay. See, there you go, mother.
The cover looks cool. The book is horrible.
You better watch yourself, Wayseeker. All right, so here we go. You could get it for as low as $10. The highest sale there was 1931, 17. It's right in that $12 to $15 range. So if you need one of these, if you think it's cool, it's probably going to be a $5.
I will predict that this will be a $5 book in a year.
Yeah, in less than a year. I think
in less than a year, probably.
Yeah, I think by the end of the month, $5. All right. Speaking of characters that came back, just so that we can show you some of the first appearances, the Glob, the Slimer, as some people refer to him, the Jedi Slimer with the green staff. Oberlin, this is his first appearance, is in 4. This is the 1 in 25.
Yeah.
This is recent sales on 25.50, 25.70. That was the most recent sale. 13.01. That was previous to this, about 3 weeks previous to this. It went to auction with 7 bids. Obviously, try to get it at an auction if you can. Both were in similar shapes. The last CGC 9. I don't know why somebody somebody 2 weeks ago paid $25.70 for this book, but listen to this. A 9.8 sold for $29.99, and the next available 9.8 in CGC OBO $34.95 right now. Why in God's name would you pay $25.70 for this book when somebody is offering $34.95 OBO for a 9.8 CGC?
Some people don't like graded comics.
I guess so. All right.
Unless it was it available? Was the 9.8 available whenever the raw auction was going on?
Well, I didn't know. I didn't check 2 weeks ago.
I can't understand why anybody would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't like graded stuff, you can just crack it.
Well, I think maybe they just put in the thing and then hit the 9.8 button or whatever. because whatever. I don't know. Sometimes people list it weird. All right, and then Manish here, we did him. He's obviously missing one of his eyes now. He is an 8. God, this cover sucks. It's the 1 in 25. Thank God they've mentioned the Dangir again in a fucking novel. I wish they would just stop mentioning them altogether. $16.99 and $5 for one of these copies that sold recently. And the recent 98, which was in February, sold for $29.99 for a CGC 98. So there wasn't much to this character, but he's back now, so feel free. Also, there's another character in this book, isn't there?
Yeah, this is Wreath.
This is Wreath also, yeah. All right, and then Jedi's favorite, Lone Pop, and we will tell you why later. Wayseeker will get into it. But this is the 1 in, was this a 1 in 25 too?
25.
Yeah.
Yep.
1 in 25, yes. The second print, dude, that second print cover, Jedi, you can get it. I saw one sell for like 9 cents.
The second print, the
one where it has her mouth detaching. Yeah. Yeah, 9 cents. All right.
Okay.
What is that, Jedi?
I thought the second print was what do they call it? I call it the schematic one.
Yeah, sketch. Yeah.
That's what it is.
But that's where you first saw that she had a detachable bottom jaw.
Oh, yeah.
$17.99, $9, CGC 98. None of them sold. This is very interesting. They haven't sold for at least almost a year in the 98, and the prices are, I think it's because the prices are pretty high. The lowest just offered 25% off for $93.74. So this might be a book. This is just the weirdest thing because you can buy the 1 in 25 raw, but if it's a 9.8 graded, I think people are holding on to it and expecting this character to have a decent amount of future because
either that or they bought in higher whenever she was hot and got it graded and don't want to take the loss, I guess.
Maybe, but you would have at least had somebody. I mean, all those other books had gotten auctioned up or at least an OBO. I mean, at this point, people are getting rid of what they can't. So,
to me, like, we can talk about it later, but of the characters that have come out in the last 2 years, like this to me is my favorite character that's come out in the last 2 years.
I'll be honest with you, how they brought her back was amazing.
It was really good,
Yeah,
and her backstory was interesting.
Yeah,
her interactions were great. Like this book really pushed her story in a good way.
Yeah, really good way.
I'm gonna have to go back and read this book.
And by the way, they have already established she has a very large scope, and and her character can be put into tons of different situations, which is nice. And last up, we'll probably cover this too with a novel, but I wanted to do it anyways. Starlight. If you read the novel, I would suggest go back and get all the Shadow of the Starlight books. They had a lot of tie into that type of stuff. This is one of Wayseeker's favorite. He is right. They continue to use this character too over and over again. He's always written very well. I don't know how Wayseeker feels about it, but Eslin Arel is somebody who I always want to see more and hear more about, and they don't give us enough of them. These surprisingly, like this book, I think was October of last year, still selling raw of these in the last month of $70 and $9.99, and the last CGC, which I think, if I'm correct, sold beginning of February or whatever, and they're not cheap to get them anyways. But the last 9.8 sold for $300. That's a good book for a 1 in 100 to sell for $300. How many was it? October, November, December.
So 6 months ago.
6 months ago? Shit, man. Well, I thought this book was going to be like, yeah, all right, it's going to be cheap, but hell, man, this is still holding some type of value. So for all you that got the 1 in 100 and 9.8, good job for you because they haven't got any further. All right. We will get into cards later. I have the card deck there. Okay. What do we have? Are we going to do? Let's do since we talked about a couple of the characters that show up in the novel. Why don't we do novel? Then we'll do one card opening, and then we'll do Bad Batch review. Sound good? And then we'll do another card opening. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll do split up cards.
All right. Defy the Storm. This one was written by
nobody likes that guy, John.
Marco's absolute favorite author of all time, just in Ireland, and Tessa Gratton.
Once again, stop putting dirt on Tessa Gratton's name. I think she does a great job. Just stop doing that.
This was the high school book, and so this was unique for both of them because usually they are the middle school writers, and so
you could tell who wrote the first couple chapters. I'll tell you that much. It wasn't.
That's not true. I actually know who wrote the first bit, and that was
Tessa.
Tessa.
They actually told you.
It was Tessa. Tessa wrote all of the Xylan pieces. That was her character.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking. I'm not talking about
all the graph stuff.
All the graph stuff.
I'm not talking about the Xylan part. I'm talking about the other part.
She also wrote all of the Jordana stuff.
I don't remember what it was. The beginning part was just nonsense.
These couple, I'll show you. She wrote these characters.
Yeah.
And she wrote these 2 characters. So this relationship was
When did
all
Zion turn into a girl? Wasn't he Asian?
What?
Well, that's not a girl.
Wasn't
Zion?
he Asian on the
Island?
cover? Yeah.
What?
He
Care?
was Asian on the cover.
I don't think he's
wasn't he?
Asian. I think he's supposed to be like I don't
No,
Persian
he was.
or
That one cover. Yeah, the first time he shows up, he's Asian on a cover holding a
Care?
lightsaber. Huh?
Who? This person?
The
Care?
graph.
What?
No, the graph.
Graph?
Zion.
Oh, Xylan? No, this is the character. This is the art that came straight from Out of Shadows.
I know,
Who
but
was
when
in
he
there?
first shows up, wasn't he?
No.
Man, where's my shit?
All right. Anyway, these are the main characters of the book. We'll go through here. You got Vernestra, main character here. I put their first appearances there for people who aren't familiar with it. Marco covered some of them. And
Well,
so
you gotta see what books it is because they can't see that.
she's it's the High Republic 2. That's the 125. That's the Witter cover. She leaves the order. We'll talk about that a little bit. She becomes a way seeker. She needs to get away after she believes all of her people that were close to her are dead. She thinks Avon's dead. She thinks Emery's dead. She knows Stellan is dead. And so she becomes a way seeker and just kind of runs away.
He decides to run around in a Marty McFly vest.
Yeah. So we'll come back to that. Emery, on the other hand, is on the other side of the storm wall, and working with Avon and some others that were able to get escaped from Starlight. And so part of the book is the story of Vernestra trying to reunite with her Padawan. Other main characters, you got Diva. Diva is working specifically with Avon. They're
Yes,
like
it is.
BFFs
Yes, it is.
forever now. Diva is Avon's bodyguard and trains Avon in protection. And it's pretty much like the mother figure that Avon never has. Because as you know, Avon's mother is bonkers crazy.
And I gotta say, so can we stop here? Like, go back. We know Ro's going to be a big deal because she's going to be coming up, right? Like in Acolytes, right?
Right.
Emery right now, what they've done with his character, arguably probably one of the most developed character in a short amount of period of time. Yep, JJ's knocking his head. Yes,
He's my favorite character.
Very good, very good. Whoever wrote that character. I mean, if it was Justine, I'd be surprised, but I would take my hat off.
It was. This part right here was written by
I'm
Justine.
glad she's listening to our criticism then. So I'm glad.
There you go.
It was, give her props.
Way to take credit, Marco.
Well.
Way to take credit.
It was. No, it was. Hey, listen, if it's when it is what it is, I'm going to give it to you. And I know that some of it was her there. So like, I got to give her props on it. She did a great job with that character. She stayed on focus with it. The emotional tone was proper. And so was the fighting. Now for the next slide. But obviously, Diva Long Pop and Jedi is going to probably be really happy about this. I know because they kind of put her in some other books. They put her in some titles that we didn't think why is she in these titles? Because she's been having a lifelong span and she just shows up randomly.
Well,
but
she's in a book with Avon. She was Avon's hostage caretaker.
Hostage caretaker, I know. But they didn't get as deep into her as they did here. Like, it's really, they really fleshed out some really cool aspects. I don't know who wrote that part or who wrote her.
This is Ireland as well.
Yeah, she did great. Give her, well, once again, you got,
it was the first time around.
Hey, at least I'm going to give her a prop. What she was doing, bad writing, cool. Now she did great, and it was.
But it could just be Tessa gives her good notes. Like, this isn't good. Like, go back.
It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, those two characters were outstanding. They were outstanding.
And I've always said, she's getting used to the characters and improving. You don't know.
Yeah. Well, I've also said that when those two write together, they do a very good job together.
Yeah.
So
they work well together.
And this is like how they did. Those two are all right. Avon Staros is whatever, but
I'm a big Staros fan, so I love Avon.
Weird. Yeah,
she's a kid genius, and I think
this is the guy. This is the guy that likes the blue teddy bear. So just
I actually think this character actually wasn't done as well as some of the others in the book, though.
Really, yeah. I mean, she got lost and crossed over with a bunch of stuff. I was kind of like
the jargon that she used for like all the scientific stuff kind of was easy to get lost in, and she kind of got bogged down in that in a couple places.
And she changes her name too, and then kind of.
I like that part because
I do too. But so how it came in the audiobook was sometimes they would be talking about Vernestra or somebody else, and then they'd sneak her in there, and you're like, wait, what? Oh shoot, you're talking about
a little bit.
What's that?
I get why they did it, because obviously you wouldn't want to have the last name Staros if you're like Mother's the Traitor of the Century.
Yeah.
But like it got confusing at some points, at least in the audiobook.
In the audiobook, thank you. Especially because she took a name that also had a name. Anyways, go ahead.
It was Emery's former master, or Wreath's, I forget which one. I thought it was in Douglas Sundale.
It has to be Reese.
Yeah,
Emery's master has always been Vernestra.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the person that died in the first book that Avon and Vernestra was in right at the beginning.
Minus 5 points for errors and no footnote.
So
damn it, BK, get out of here! Oh,
I get tons of negative points later, so I'll just add them to the notebook. You got Jordana Sparkburn. She is part of the Santika clan, and so she's been in a few other things where she was like a ranger of, the Outer Rim type of deal, the protect the planet from the Nihil. And then you also have Sylvester Yarrow. And Yarrow, if you remember, her mom was one of the main scientists for the Nihil that brought down, used a lot of the tech too.
Now, I hear that with Sparkburn that maybe the authors weren't, well, at least one of them wasn't so happy with the way she is drawn. But I think when I was listening to her characteristics, it seems pretty reliable. Like she would have stronger features. I've heard that was part of her dislike for it, but I think she looks good. I will tell you this: the Sly character, that's what they call her out there, was.
I like the story a lot for Sly because I really like the planet, what happens on the planet when we talk about
that part. Yeah.
That was really cool. But yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see where this character goes given the information at the end of the book, which we'll get to later.
It seemed like they kind of threw it. It seemed like with Sly, they kind of was just hey, remember she's here somewhere, and we're throwing them into the book. That's what I'm saying.
I think the ending is the reason that she's in there is because somebody important killed her mom.
Right, I understand that, but I don't think you could have just still done that. I don't think we needed to have her like.
She could have been more supporting character, less point of view character.
Thank you. There you go. Appreciate that.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I think they wanted to get that planet stuff in there. I don't know how they do that.
We're almost, John. We're 3/4 through this book review already. This is the fastest book review we've done.
Then your other main characters, you have Zylangraf, who was in Out of Shadows.
Out of Shadows, right? That's what it was.
I actually thought he was done better in this book than he was in that book.
I agree. I thought he was done better. They put great insight into him, and
because before he was just like a playboy, had no depth, and here they added some decent depth. Found out that his princess lover is Care Santika, and so you have the Graf Santika as lovers, which is kind of fascinating. I felt like as well.
I would say like it did seem like they would take away any type of character building the first time we got introduced to Graf and kind of sucked, but like this one following him was good. And then actually the Santika was kind of lost, except for then something very important happened to Santika.
Yeah, right.
It was kind of also, I kind of actually was thinking while I was listening to that portion, man, that's cool. They should have done it to Graf. Like they should. I think it would have worked better if they would have done to Zylangraf. We would have had less Santika, but whatever. I mean, whatever you gonna.
Yeah, it was hard because we'll get to the next slide when they split up and they have to do all these storylines at the same time. And how do you do that? And then you have Zazina Makampa. She is on the space station that Graf is on. She's kind of like the main Nihil scientist. We've seen her before in whatever.
She's one of those nefarious characters we were talking about that are actually done pretty well. But they didn't have much depth to her either in this one.
But she steals Avon's tech, and that's kind of, we find out that's how the storm wall is being powered, is all using basically what Avon has been theorizing.
She also kidnapped her in the first book, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so interesting. I thought the interaction between Avon and her later in the book was actually pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Your other characters, these are the marginal characters. They do more at the very end of the book.
The most important these were the two of the best characters of the entire book.
And they only come in at the very end. Reith comes in for like one page in the middle.
Well, Reith doesn't matter. I'm talking about Rio. Yeah.
But at the very end, in the epilogue, you have a pretty cool scene between Reith and Aslan, which I think is setting up where the next book is going. That Reith is in, and we'll talk about that. But you can see there their first appearances. We already talked about Aslan with Starlight 1 and High Republic.
Dude, they give you so little of Aslan, but every bit that you get is so darn good. Darn good.
Yeah, he is well written every time he's written, and you just get a snippet every time, but it's okay. And your other characters that you get very briefly, you get your favorite crew with Affy and Lux and Jeed.
If you look too fast, they're not there. Yeah.
And so they are very briefly in this book to help Avon get where she needs
to go. Are they doing
go.
Too much with Geode at this point?
I think they just put in there because people like him. Like, what do you do with them?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, but other than comic relief, what do you do with that character?
Yeah, but I think they just kind of just like, but it's like it's like Dane Cook, he'd keep telling the same joke over and over again until people would laugh, and you're like, well, that just wasn't that funny. And that's what it seems like they're just throwing him in there because people like him. I get that, but then like it doesn't have the same flavor when you don't do him well.
I know, but it's just really hard character to build a book around. So
yeah, you shouldn't build a book around him.
Yeah. So I don't know how
that's the good part about him, right? That's the good part about him is you don't build a book around him. I don't think we got that.
So they're very briefly, and at the very end, you get some really interesting interactions with Elzar. That's going to.
I have a theory about Elzar, man.
Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
And so storylines, I don't want to spend much time on it, but I think there's 6 storylines for the book. Basically, the first fourth of the book is the band comes together. They're all out doing their separate things. They come together. They go on the other side of the storm wall. Everybody has their own reasons to go into Nihil space. Vernestra wants to go get her Padawan. Avon
all right, so just hold on. The storm wall is the thing that the Nihil set up so that no Jedi no Republic people can get in and out of it. Yeah, it's a blockade. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Avon wants to get over there to destroy the storm wall and get back at people for stealing her tech. Jordana wants to get over there because her family's over there, and then you also got Zylan Graf who has to get over there for a different reason. So they all get over there, and then they all go their own ways, and they have their own missions. And so you have 3 main missions. One was to Arlie. That one was the one with Jordana with the planet.
The moon is a moon planet that's white and has got a very interesting element to it.
Yeah. We can basically spoil it because it's kind of important.
Yeah, it's really important.
This planet, for some reason, and we aren't sure why,
not yet.
It basically gets eaten by the Force, just like the Nameless eat the Force, but no Nameless.
It turns everything into that white chalky stone thing. It sucks everything out of it. Turns into husk.
Planet, it turns to dust. So it just disintegrates and falls apart.
And as that dust is moving,
it touches on that planet also turns to dust and disintegrates.
Which kind of true because the plane didn't turn to dust, but that doesn't matter.
Well, the person's arm did. So yeah.
So that's so. I guess the most important part is somebody's arm gets chopped off and they take it back for them to like. I thought that was super cool. They're gonna do research on like what's happening. So we're gonna find out what these husk like stone things that the Nameless is doing to it. And that's really where Rel comes in because he knows what it is. He does know, or he gave an inkling like he knows what it is.
Right. He thinks he knows what it is, but something is causing these things to husk, but it's not the Nameless.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that's fascinating. There's something else going on. And are the Nihil experimenting with it, or is something else happening because of the Nameless? We don't know.
They've had husk before, though, right? That they've done research on. I mean, they've had husk bodies.
No, because when they touch it, it turns to dust and just blows away.
Oh, I thought there was some on like a table one time in some comic.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
This one got like stored in some like static thing. It was pretty fascinating on how they did it.
It was cool. It was crazy how they did it. All right, what else?
That
was the most important part of this book, by the way. Everything else was just fodder.
Yeah, probably the most important part of the book. I agree. And then you have Vernestra and Diva go to Aricho to get Emery, and they stage a coup and they kill a bunch of Nihil, including, I can't think of the Nihil leader's name of one of the groups there. And so that one, I think, was well done. It was a quick story. It didn't draw it out too much, but the Emery part was pretty cool. The J6 part where he was building droids, a droid army was kind of cool.
Which is also where I think the ending does become an issue because she doesn't seem to have a problem with Nihil dying that much.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
Well,
and the weakest,
later, but yeah, there's a different reason for that.
Yeah,
to me, the weakest one of these was the lightning crash, and this is where Avon and Xylan go. Avon wants to blow up the lightning crash and find a way to get through the storm to destroy the storm wall.
This is pointless. They could have cut out the book. Yeah,
it gets drawn out for way longer than I feel like it needed to get drawn out.
Yep.
Yep. And then they have troubles getting back through the occlusion zone, and they make it back. And we'll talk about the end in a little bit. So that's basically the overarching part of the story to me. So,
yeah, I mean, they could have got rid of some of that stuff.
Yeah. So, just some thoughts. We can go talk about some questions here if we want, or go through it. What were your overall impressions of the book? Those that read it.
It was better. It was better than. It was a lot like their last book, but even better. They didn't get a lot into the like crushes on crushes, and when they did, it kind of made sense. It did get drawn out during a couple parts, like the reunion parts, that didn't make much sense. The crossover issues, because some people's missions were just pointless as shit, and like the back and forth of changing names and kind of how quickly they transition, because I listened to it in audio and not in book. It was like, well, they should have given a break here. I obviously think it's good. Read it, listen to it. Not bad. It does suck when you have a woman reading the book and she does all the voices, or a man doing all the voices too. I wish that they would at least.
That's the way it's normally done. But
what?
That's the way it's usually done. Honestly.
I know. This is a criticism. It's not about this book. It's just a criticism about audiobooks in general. Like, hire two people.
Yeah, I agree.
Because sometimes, like, is that your higher pitch voice or is that your higher pitch voice? You know what I mean? Like, which one is it? I don't know. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. Not the best book out there, but not the worst by far.
I listened to the first two at the same time. I thought it was good, but I thought I don't know if you want to call it the third arc or whatever, with the lightning crash part was bleh. And then there should have been more Emery on the planet.
Yeah.
Was it how do you say it? Akio?
Yeah.
How do you say Akio?
Yeah, with the rebellion.
To me, that was the best part, not the. You guys said the important part, which maybe for the future of the story, but the best written part and the part that entertained me the most was that.
Yeah, I think I was just kind of saying that lightning crash part, kind of whatever. I think
part kind of drug.
I think the part that I have with the rebellion too is I think we should have seen more of it, but it was very interesting because that Emery character too seems like he's like, okay, Vanestro, like, I don't know, man. Did you get the feeling that he kind of was like over it? Like, yeah, cool. Thanks a lot.
I think it's because he maybe, I don't know if maybe deep down he felt like a little bit abandoned almost in a way, but at the same time, like, to me, I don't get it. Like, first off, I don't get any of these characters. They all seem to assume that everyone else died with the Starlight Beacon. Like, at the beginning of all these stories, it's all the same way. It's like all these people died in Starlight Beacon, and then we find out later they didn't. It's like, do you guys not try to, like, I know there's a war going on, like, but do you not try to, like, communicate behind lines or anything to figure out what's happening?
Bell did it. Remember, Bell felt out his master. I don't know why. Briaga. I don't know why anybody else didn't do that. It seems like that's just kind of lazy, like, plot hole writing and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean that too. Like with her, I don't know.
But I think in his case, I think it was because they also showed up being like, "Hey, we're here to rescue you." He's like, "Screw you guys, I'm doing fine. Like, right here where I am. Like, we're kicking their butt and everything." I mean, so
yeah, I really liked it. I was surprised at how that character came out and did good. That was probably one of the biggest surprises. Mm-hmm. I will tell you that I'm not completely happy with. I wish I'm not less excited that Venestra is going to show up, but I won't say this is the best version of Venestra throughout this book. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. Because I see what's next for Venestra.
Yeah.
No,
for me, I actually don't think the book was that great. It was just really fun to get these characters in a story again. Like, I like Vernestra so much. She's one of my top 10 favorite Star Wars characters. So, like, getting Vernestra's story is something I've been wanting for so long. And we haven't, it's not like a character that we get stories in comics or anywhere else. Like, her story is pretty much only a couple places she shows up in comics, but that's not where the driving story is. It's been in books. And so,
I think with
her, there's got to be more to it than just the character showing up.
What?
I mean, you said it's not that great. What didn't you like about it?
But I don't think, I agree. I don't think Vernestra was written that great. I don't feel like her parts were,
impactful. It didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like we got so much. And I think part of it might have been we've got so much out of Diva Lump, but like how much cooler would it have been if she was like, because she was kind of taking credit for a lot of stuff too. When you're like, dude, like JJ said, the guy's like, yeah, whatever, you're not saving me here. So they really served no purpose to her seeing Emra. She didn't really train him that much. So it's not like that kind of was a dead end storyline of her past. It was something that was kind of like, oh, she's one of the youngest like Jedi to train. Well, yeah, but she didn't really, and that doesn't matter anymore. You know, she was running around doing stuff, but it wasn't like, I mean, you got more development out of Lone Pop, which was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, I think if you're a huge Venestra fan, this book isn't going to hit that well. She wasn't done that well. So
I felt like it was a vehicle. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The coolest things about Vernestra, you said, I thought the space visions, but we've already seen that. But like seeing that develop a little bit more with the Maritika or Santika, that part was probably my favorite part. But I also, what I didn't like, was like how this whip thing kind of got used in the book, overused. I know she's known for her light whip, but like she was able to like use her light whip in ways that were like deflecting lightsaber bolts everywhere, and like I don't know, I just couldn't visualize what they were writing with the light whip stuff, and I felt like that detracted from the reading experience. So I don't know that part. But my favorite character from the book was definitely Diva Lompop. Like Diva is, we can talk about like put in here, but like I want more Diva. I want her backstory because she has some interesting interactions with Jedi from past where, you know, they're crazy and kind of Wild West-ish Jedi. I think there's so much room based off of how they developed her and made her way more of a complex character in this book.
I think has a bright future. They have done a great job across it, and they keep expanding to allow her to be put in many, many different situations. I think Jedi is going to be happy for years to come on that character. I don't think that character is going anywhere. And I think this book kind of proved it.
Yeah.
JJ, do you disagree?
A little bit. My biggest problem with her isn't the way she's presented. I think that was great. But the fact that like her lifespan is so long and all that, and you know, but at the same time, there's no suspense there for the character. As in, like, you know, I know she's gonna make it out of every situation. She's not gonna die.
Well, she's got the Maz connection. She's got the eating people connection. Everything else. Yeah, Jedi.
It's almost like having like a Superman or something in the group because
I don't know. Just from what I've read in one or two books, and then in the comics, and like JJ said, I don't know if they've introduced a vulnerability for her or not. She seems pretty tough, at least as far as her fighting and durability. Now, I don't know if she's actually invincible. And she also has cross connection with Boba Fett, which I don't think Dom would ever want to see because she kind of makes Boba Fett look like a chump every time they have.
She is the Boba. She's the High Republic Boba Fett. Like, she is the High Republic Boba Fett. She's everywhere. She's like OP at times. Go ahead. Sorry, Jay. But
no, I was going to say there's a lot, like you were saying, there's a lot of places they could insert her and a lot of expansion they could do on her and her backstory and stuff. But I know Dom's not here, but I don't think they'll be doing any of her, unless it's in comics or whatever. I don't think they're going to be doing a whole lot of her Boba Fett cross connections because she pretty much she was like a mentor to Boba Fett, and now they had a falling out, and she doesn't like him and makes him look stupid every chance she gets. So
Yeah, well,
fun for me, but
yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with her.
Isn't her race like a lot of bounty hunters anyway? Because
The
they
Shawnee
I don't
look
know if we
we
know a
don't-
lot about her race, do we?
We don't know much about her race. We've seen it in a couple places. That's it.
She was like the queen of a guild or whatever it was.
But-
I think. I don't know. If
but
her
they-
race
I think that's
was-
where it comes from. Is the
They
guild
kind of
probably
have to be
provides-
bounty hunters, though, or something along
Yeah.
because they eat people. That's like how
Yeah.
they survive. Like
Yep.
it's one of the ways they survive. So like,
But a bounty hunter can't eat someone. You gotta
I-
turn them over for the bounty.
no, they
Well,
have to be,
she goes out there like the whole thing where she's getting the stuff for the huts and everything else. She does go out and work in the like their guild
Yeah.
kind of does work.
Mercenaries, I guess.
Yeah,
yeah,
mercenaries.
mercenaries more, like that, because you got to find people to eat. So can't be
Yeah.
too good. character.
The planet thing, I wonder if they are, because they have, like, when we see these nefarious characters, it does seem like they have a lot of experimentations going on, and I wonder if they're somehow using whatever power that the Nameless have, and they found a way to magnify that to the planet.
So there's two theories about this planet that gets destroyed. I think one of which is the Nihil are trying to science it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I wonder if something is coming for the Force Eaters, because the Force Eaters are out of place. They
Always
don't
trying to find
belong.
them.
And so, wherever the Force Eaters are, maybe you're going to find that these planets are going to keep getting consumed. So
We'll see.
And
Yeah,
Creed
I'm
out
looking
here
forward
was
to figuring it
fascinating.
out.
Like, what brings the Nihil
You're
down?
saying like there's like a Force Galactus out there.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. So what brings the Nihil down is the fact that the Nameless, which brought them into power, is actually what brings them down. I don't know. I'll be interested.
Yeah, I am kind of curious as to what eventually happens to the Nile, because they're not mentioned anymore later.
I wonder if it's like
you can see stuff every once in a while. They had
my very
supposed to be a duck
tentative and
aircraft.
early theory on it is that partly what Wayseer said. I think the Nihil are sciencing it out to kind of use it as a super weapon
Yeah.
type of thing. But at the same time, I think probably what eventually will happen is somehow that weapon gets flipped to basically be their elimination somehow.
Yeah, maybe
That's
'cause it
possible
can't
too.
Hmm.
It's
So
possible.
we keep getting all this stuff about Vernestra and this path that Mary Santika gave her. And it's this mysterious path. And I thought for sure they were going to go there. Like when they were trying to escape,
Yeah.
I don't know why they just didn't be like, oh, I got this path that can get us out of here. Vernestra is good, but she didn't use it. And Mari keeps appearing to her and saying, you need to use this path. You need to go here. And at the very end of the book, Diva Lompop's like, oh, I know this path. You go there and you die. A lot of my race have went there because of great bounty is supposed to be there, but there's also great monsters. I don't think it's Planet X because it's a mysterious path that they said that Martian Row doesn't even have. And so Martian Row knows how to get to Planet X. So I'm just wondering if there's like something here as well on this planet that will be.
Maybe it's this thing that consumes the Nameless. I mean, who
I don't
knows?
know.
Maybe it's another scepter.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe
the
it's
scepter that
the
controls
final
them.
one.
Yep, maybe.
The rod, yeah, I don't know. And so I know the question you're looking for. What do we make of Elzar Mann at the end of this book?
Well, I thought that was one part that was written poorly because we had already known he had already gone to Ava Star or Ava. What's the trifecta?
Ava Chris.
Ava Chris, and it said, "Hey, I accidentally." I thought it came off as very like it was out of character. Once again, I think they did a bad job with Vernestra. I think that came out of character there too. I think it could have had stronger points to it. I also think that Ezra Mann, because of how it was written, I think he might be turning to. We always thought one of the three was going to turn to the dark side. I think it is going to be Ezra Mann. I think that's going to be our Sith.
So just to explain for the viewers that didn't read the book, at the very end of the book, everybody has a recording of what happened at the very end of Starlight, where Elzar kills the scientist that's actually trying to save Starlight because they think Elzar believes that it's a Nihil that's actually trying to bring it down.
Yeah.
So they find out, Vernestra finds out, everybody finds out that Elzar murdered this person, and Vernestra goes and plays the tape to Elzar and says, if you don't come forward, I'm going to release this tape.
But he already did.
Council. Well, he didn't. He only released it to Avar. Nobody on the council.
Yeah, but she's like she's a master.
She's not on the council.
Oh, anyways. Yeah, I mean, I thought all of that, the way it was written, it was just so Karen-y.
Well, I don't know, like, she doesn't have the only copy of it though, right?
Yeah, she doesn't. I just
reads through the last three. So I don't understand how that's like this. I didn't take it as like that was a threat type of thing.
No, I didn't take it as
more of like I took it as more of like a
you should do the right
Elzar,
thing.
You need to confront the truth in front of you kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Which is where I
like not
felt that
not necessarily come forward, like tell
ahead.
everybody about it, but come forward as in like
No,
you need to acknowledge that you touched the dark side type of thing.
Should I go?
I'm sorry. I apologize, Wayseeker. I zoned out for a quick second. Are you talking about the two people that he killed on Starlight? Is that what you're talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that were actually trying to save the
There's
station,
one
but he
person.
didn't know it.
One person was trying to save. Nam wasn't trying to save it. It was two.
Yeah,
it was two criminals. It was Silvestri's. They linked it up because it was Silvestri's mom that got killed, and at the last minute, she decided she was going to try.
Yeah, he confessed that. Well, Mark already said it. He confessed that to Avar, though, right?
Which is like that's why I felt it's so out of place because like she starts off like, "Don't call me whatever her nickname is because you're not my master." And even though he was your good friend, I don't see how you have any good qualities in you. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that was out of place.
I guess even though he confessed this, it still has to go in front of the council for delineation or something.
He only confessed it. He only confessed it to Avar, who kind of buried it. So I mean, he hasn't really confronted it. The truth that he was trying to tell him.
We don't know if that's what I'm saying. So then she's like, you got to confront it. Well, if you go back, because I went back to read that Starlight, it's not just like he goes, oh yeah, I also killed this person. He said, I killed it. I think she might have been trying to save the station and I made a mistake. And it gets into like a full 3 pages they talk about it. So it's not like he was just like, oh yeah, this is a one-off, and she said nothing.
He tells Geos before he dies too.
He does tell Geos too. Yeah. So like he has had this on his mind and he has gone to people, and Geos was on the council. So he has gone to people pretty high up with it before. So I thought that felt a little bit out of place.
But she doesn't know that either. I think she just really doesn't like him.
Yeah, but it doesn't make. There's no reason why she doesn't like it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if I agree with you. Again, I think Stellan didn't like Elzar as well at the end. I think they used to be friends.
No,
she even says that he's your best friend.
No, they said you were friends.
And no, she said your best friend.
No, it does not say that. Look, it doesn't say best friend. But he was always jealous of Elzar and Avar and how their relationship was. And he always felt like he was not included in their love triangle.
Stellan
wasn't.
Avar.
And Stellan was Vernestra's master. And so I don't know. I felt like Stellan.
I think you watched too many soap operas.
Even he was mad at Avar because Avar took the freaking station from him at one point.
Well, he had the right for that because he had an ego. But that's the whole thing. Like when we're trying to talk about somebody who passed away, sometimes we don't. She might be in the thing like, oh, he's the greatest ever. But dude, no, Geos was like, there's a lot of shit wrong with him. Like there's a lot of shit off with him. He was very a jealous person. He had a lot of things going. And if you're saying that played over to Vernestra.
To Vernestra.
But everybody, this is the part that doesn't make sense. Everybody, including fucking janitors, call her whatever her nickname is. Vern. It's everybody fucking calls her that. He says, hey, Vern. He's still a Jedi Master out of respect.
Everybody called her that.
Huh?
I mean, the people, I guess the friends or whatever in the book, I guess did, but like on a formal thing. Like,
well, no, because in the last book when she went to one of the space.
I took it more. I took that. You seem to take it like she meant that as like a huge offense to him. I seem to think. I get it because listening to it in the audio, it seems a little sharper than it probably comes out in just reading it.
Yeah.
But I took it more of like a. It almost hurts her inside to be addressed as that because the person that she cared about the most, Stellan, used it.
The guy that used the nickname,
and she doesn't. Even though she knows they're friends,
it could be the audio thing.
Using it the same way.
It could be the audio thing. That could be it.
Yeah.
But it also gave the feeling that she was undressing him. And no offense, but like Ezra Mann, who I do think is going to go to the dark side, isn't somebody that some little girl with a whip is going to undress. Who's really, I mean, when you look at the biggest part that sucked about this, her whole thing was like she was going to get Ira up. She didn't do anything. He actually just went off and plan itself, became a badass. You know what I mean? Her master turns out to be kind of one of the, like, he was just raged with jealousy. I actually thought he was the guy that was going to turn. Obviously, I think it's Ezra Mann now for sure. That's probably turning.
Yeah, but you got to think perception of the Jedi.
Did you?
Or the perception of the Jedi in the book, Stellan wasn't necessarily like a jealous person. We know that because we get his internal monologue in his head.
Yeah.
The thing. But everybody else looking from the outside in, as far as the Jedi goes, thinks he's like the perfect Jedi. And he just got martyrized too by dying. So,
yeah, I agreed. All right, so what's the last part? We're gonna Ferd, cool. I'm glad you did. That's awesome. We're about to cut in some too. We've got 2 boxes, and we're gonna do one, and then Bad Batch and do another one. But let's finish this up real quickly.
The 3rd time that this character has been mentioned, Lyric Schmeierland, and this was like an explorer at the very edge of the High Republic. So this guy lived in like 500 BBY.
You know what this reminds me of? It was remember when the Darth Vader comic came out and there was like the list of the 9 people that survived Order 66?
Yeah.
It was like, these names are super important, and really they were just anagrams or whatever for 2 of the comic creators' names. That's what this name reminds me of.
I don't know.
No,
I'm going to say
it was a TNT.
With it being 3 times so far in the High Republic, I wonder if they're planting seeds that the next project is going to be at the origins of the High Republic. So we're not going to go all the way back. We're going to go to like 500.
We better not.
Well, we'll see if I'm right. I'm calling it now. I think they're tipping it. They also
book
tipped
written
it
by a guy named Elric Schmeier.
They also tipped it with that Barnabas character from Quest of the Jedi, that Jedi way back there, which was also about 500. So we've had a number of pieces in that 500 BBY.
Yeah, this is the part where you get into your book reports where everybody's like, "Yeah, we don't care."
Well, I
will say this. I'll say this for Wayseeker kind of theory here is that there has to be some sort of link, and maybe this is it. That starts tying it back into phase 2, because otherwise I start thinking in my mind that phase 2 was a total waste of time.
Well, we were going through phase 2. I told you it was a total waste of time.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
There's got to be hopefully something that starts to link those 2 things here real soon.
We'll see what they announce after phase 3, and I wonder if this is going to go where it's going.
No, they can't wait till after phase 3. They got to do it in phase 3. You got to link phase 3 to phase 2 before the end of phase 3.
Well, they're just going to link it through a couple characters, but I think there's. We'll see.
You have to link it meaningfully somehow. You can't say, "Hey, people spend a year and a half reading these novels and these comics and everything," and then at the same time, well, we're at the end of our publishing initiative. That whole thing you did in the middle, that doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, they're bringing one of the characters back to the comics next.
I think they have a longer-term plan for the High Republic than just these 3 phases, and so they'll build off of each. But
all right,
I'm going to call Lyric Schmeierland is a character to watch.
And I'm going to say nobody.
Marco's supposed to be opening boxes now. And he's like, I'm going to head out, whatever. So that's cool. But yeah, Jedi.
John Sanders, I'm totally with him. Phase 2 sucked.
I think this would be a book that you would like to read, Jedi. I know you're behind on books for Star Wars. I don't think you've read much phase 3, but the diva aspects of this book, I don't think you need to read all the other books to get to enjoy this one.
Let's see what we got.
Shadows, which you probably already read, is probably the only one that, and that's only just because the character's background's a little bit.
So, yeah, I got to catch it. I'm a little behind on the comics too, and then I think JJ's right. I think I read the first one, Shadows of Starlight. I think that's it.
Phase 2.
That was the first novel, right?
The first novel was Eye of the Darkness or whatever. That was.
Yeah, I got to
for this page. Yeah.
I got to check my phone to see which ones I listened to and which ones I haven't.
Yeah.
So we will go through some of that in 1 second. Let's pull it up because they're starting to talk cars. They're getting antsy in there, anyways. Here we go. Spark of Rebellion. So just so we know, we made a couple notes of what you might be looking for, what you're going to get in all these packs. Both me and Wayseeker have got booster box to open. I guess I could also open probably at the end the 2-pack thing or whatever it is, the standard packing. How many packs come in here? Do you know? 24. 24 in there. Now, just so people will see the difference because they're talking about it in the chat too. There's a couple like specialty things here. The regular cards on the left, that's the normal. You can also get hyperspace variants. Those are on the right of pretty much each card. And then the big cards I think people are looking for are the showcases. That's kind of what JJ was talking about earlier. Somebody accidentally sold a showcase for Jabba the Hutt. Or not for Boba Fett for, what was it?
$8.
$8.
$8. So you got to watch out for that. The normals are on the left there. The showcases are over there. We broke down a little bit. Each pack has got a leader card, a base card, 9 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare or legendary, and then 1 foil. Now you can have your base card or leader card could be a rare too. I mean, it just depends on what you get there. And they could be hyperspaces. They're supposed to be every 2 and every 3 packs, but I've seen a little bit more than that. Legendaries are supposed to be 1 in every 8 packs. So what's it? How many of these are in the case?
So you get about 3 in a box.
So hopefully we get more than 3 in a box. If you get less than 3 in a box, we've got a shit box. And we're supposed to have a hyperspace rare or legendary in a box. There's supposed to be at least 1 in every box. We will see if that happens. If not,
Is that 1 every 15 or 1 every 50?
1 every 15 packs.
The hyperspace is 1 every 15. The hyperspace foil is 1.
Yeah, hold on. We're going to get there.
Okay.
Foil, hyperspace, rare, legendary. Those are the ones. If we get one of those, we're going to pay for dinner. And then the showcase is supposed to be 1 in every 12 boxes, not packs, but boxes. So that's a lot. Because what's a case?
Case is
6 boxes.
6 boxes.
6 boxes. So every 2 cases, you're supposed to get 1 showcase. Just to try. Final grade C- for Carter Wayseeker. Wow.
I'll make it longer. Yeah, I'll just make it really longer for everybody. That's what they want.
It was a short book this time. 2 cards I just wanted to pull out just so you can kind of see what they're going for. Both of them were what the heck were they called? The foil hyperspace legendary.
Hyperspace, yeah.
The Boba Fett was going sold for $169.99. And then they'll have like the plain ones too. So you get like the ships or whatever. Those pretty much were going for, if it wasn't Emperor, Vader, or Boba Fett, pretty much the rest of them were going anywhere between the $40 and $65 range for those. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully we hit one of those. Hopefully we hit the
light side characters sell okay. Luke and
what's it? Yeah, Luke does. Yeah, Luke does too. You're right.
Luke, and I think there's an Anakin that sells well and some other stuff.
So we'll try to go through some of those. Maybe we'll pull this back up if we need it. I am going to now. Do you want to open yours or do you want me to open mine first, Lacey?
You can do yours first.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Your camera will look better than mine. So you have another setup.
Okay, here we go. I even got a mat. Look at that.
Wow.
Like I'm all grown
Not
up.
the right kind of mat, but that's okay.
It's a Pokemon. This is the one me and my son play Pokemon on. So it's his.
Playmat's a playmat. Basically, giant mouse pads.
Yeah, it's just a giant mouse pad. He said, "You have to return it, Dad." I said, "Okay, can I just borrow for the show?" You got to return it. I was like, "Didn't I give you that fucking thing?" Oh, sorry, I should say that. All right, bud.
I don't know if it is too high, John. It will really depend on what cards are playable. And people, the thing is, you can have 4 legendaries in your deck. So, like, you can have 4 of the same cards. So, if you really need a legendary, you're going to need to be paying money for those legendaries. And if you really want a deck,
it's not like you got to know the difference between a trading card game and just trading cards. Like Wayseeker says, if they're more playable, and the more playable they are, actually increases their value.
All right.
So
right.
Let's see. This is, you could set it up for the setup thing too. These are
it will really depend on how the meta shakes out, what cards are really needed.
There's a guy already that has 3 different versions. I was looking up of how he builds the deck, which is kind of cool. This is kind of let's see if I can.
One thing I will say, I love how small the boxes were. I was expecting them to be a bigger box. These boxes are smaller than I expected for.
They're doing all right. Yes.
So
they made them very eco-friendly.
How many boxes?
Small box,
how many packs are in a box?
24.
24.
And everything is you can recycle. So the packs are play paper, which are kind of nice.
You got a trash can here. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah.
So the last cards are supposed to be the rare or legendary ones. The first ones are supposed to be, and this is a.
So
oh wait,
you get your leader. You get your leader, then you get your planet.
Can't even see that.
That's just a
Okay,
regular.
so leader cards, that's common.
I can
You
put
get
the
your leader,
leaders
then you
here
get your
though.
location.
Then you get my location.
And
Which
it's
is-
always a common location that you get next.
I've
Then you
actually
get-
seen somebody pull their leader and it become rare there. And then we get 9
Yeah, the
regular.
leader can be rare, but the location is always common there. You can always also get a rare location, but that will
So
be your
these
rare
should be
card.
all just regular cards, right?
Yeah, they're just regular old
The
commons.
next 8 are all commons.
Yep. So these are everybody's gonna have way too many of these commons. That's just how it works.
That's what I was kind of asking too. Should we? I was like, because I bought the starter pack too, and then I don't know if you're going to buy a boot. So I spent $111.65 out the door. I know that these booster boxes started becoming $125 and such around after that. So I don't know if we wait.
There's your hyperspace right there. That card right there.
Yeah,
because it doesn't have the border. So those come in.
Hyperspace. Okay, and then what is this?
Now you
one?
should have
It's just
probably an
regular.
uncommon.
Oh, these are the uncommons.
Yeah.
Which way am I doing it again? Which way shows? That's the way it shows. That's the uncommon. That is the uncommon. That is an uncommon.
Yep.
Then you should
This
have
is
a rare,
supposed
probably.
to be
Rare. Rare or legendary. That's a rare. You can see that rare there.
Rare. And then
Then you
this
get
is
a
a
foil.
legendary. And then the foil
That's
is.
your foil.
Hey, that's a cool foil.
That's a foil rare.
Oh, it's
Right?
a foil rare
That's a good
in
foil.
jars.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Is it?
So
So that's a decent pull then, huh?
that's a very decent pull. I mean, the
Yeah.
foil can be any. Can
The
be
foil
common,
can be,
uncommon, rare.
Any rarity.
We'll put that over there. We'll get rid of these because the uncommons just are normal uncommons. I got to move this box. All right, let's see what the next one gives us. It's a Thrawn card. No, it's Leia. Love Leia. I'm just gonna pull the regular. After this, we're just gonna go through the commons and pull. Oh, same
Just pull,
one.
yeah, I would just pull your leaders and then pull the end.
Trench. Is that the trench? Yeah, whatever. So then it's common, right? One,
You get,
two,
you get 8 commons. Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, this is a hyperspace one though, isn't it? Or no.
No.
The 100 is.
Still got the black border.
These are the
That's
uncommons.
hyperspace. That's
There's
the
your
hyperspace.
hyperspace card.
Uh-huh.
So hyperspace comes 2 out of every 3 packs.
Well, it's back-to-back packs.
Yep.
This is an uncommon. What is
Yep.
that?
Cantina
Yeah,
bouncer.
nobody cares. What is
Go
this?
good old
Nobody
tag.
cares.
Carabast.
So I'm
Decent.
thinking
Decent event. So
that's all right. I'm gonna keep that
then
one
you
there.
get your rare or
And my rare
legendary.
is a
U-wing reinforcement.
Mhm.
I don't know what that one does.
Ooh,
And you just get a foil.
Rogue
Some
operative.
rogue
To
operative.
Rebel Trooper.
It's
The common
common
foil.
foil. Yep, common foil it is. All right, let's open up the Thrawn. Leia didn't give me any love. Sorry, Leia. All righty, Roo. Oh, it'd be nice to hit something big. I wonder what that Jairus is. Though. Oh,
Okay. You got Krennic?
all right.
Director
Hyperspace
Krennic.
card.
Is that a hyperspace?
No. I don't
It
think
is.
so.
No. Okay.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Was
Yeah,
it?
it is. Actually, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the border.
It's not a hyperspace foil. It's just a hyperspace.
No, it's just a regular
It's
hyperspace.
hyperspace.
Some
Kestra
City. Okay. 9, right? 1,
8.
2,
Yeah.
8.
You can just go through the first 11 even.
Right.
You got Vanquish. Good event there. Common.
6, 7, 8. Well, sometimes they got the 9 and whatever. Got the hyperspace foils. Ooh.
Yeah,
I
Bib
got-
Fortuna.
Everybody wants Bib. On Mothma.
Mon Mothma.
The Ozil. Yeah.
Yeah,
Admiral
Ozil.
Ozil.
All right. Then this is my rare, which is
For
for
a cause, I
cause,
believe.
whatever.
Cause, I believe in.
There. Ooh, that's cool.
Nice.
All right. This is a regular foil. All right. This isn't that bad.
The art's better. I mean, the art's better when you see him in person. I know when they spoiled the art, it was really bad, but with everything being
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
art, you
Dang, man. This is the one they keep showing.
Except for
that
the Han Solo.
Yeah, the
All right,
art's
so I
better.
got Leia. That's good.
There's your
I got
there's a
that's-
hyperspace.
Central City.
That is a hyperspace. I think we put that one. There it is. There you go. All right. And then we get the 8. Yeah. We 10 nobody cares. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I'm just gonna flip through some of these because they're they're just no matter what.
You don't need to worry about your comments.
Imperial,
Got
Blaze is
Baze.
nothing.
Man, there's bays.
Okay, here we go. So then the next one is the rare.
Electro
which
staff.
is Electro Staff. Who cares? All right. Oh, it's kind of
And-
cool foil.
Take
Take
down.
Every time you get to the rares, I can see Wayseeker's forehead start to sweat.
I'm just waiting for the legendaries. Those are the
Yeah,
cards.
all I want is legendary. A
Those
legendary.
are the
would be-
cards that I feel like are going to be expensive.
How many are legendaries are you supposed to actually get? Aren't you
You're supposed to get 3 a box,
About $3.
but not
Oh, I
every
get
box
the
gets 3. But because you can have some boxes have 4, some boxes have 2.
Yeah, I heard somebody say
it's
they
an
only got
average,
one.
so,
No, I
yeah.
heard somebody got one in their box.
He got an
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine there.
I got a Palps.
Sometimes
yeah.
a screw you box where you don't get hardly any of the averages.
1,
happens
2,
for 'em.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's see if any of the uncommons have anything special. 1 is not. 2. I'm doing this terribly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not great at opening packs.
So generally, Ruben, you're getting 3 legendaries in a box. That's not a given, but 1 out of every 8 packs. And
All
so,
right.
Avenger, that's a good one.
Avenger's a good
I
card.
hate paying 9, but it comes in
Oh.
and just defeats a unit. And there you got a hyperspace foil.
Yeah, that's nice.
Power of the dark side.
That's
Hey,
1 out
cool.
of every 15 packs, right?
Yeah, that goes into the rare
I don't know what was the rarity.
There's unlimited, but or is it?
Wayseeker sees his
Hyperspace foil?
championship slipping away.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have a mat. I'm gonna own a mat behind him. Behind him.
There should be about 2 or 3 in a box for hyperspace foil.
Oh, my man,
Oh.
Tarks.
You
Yeah.
get Palpatine and then Tarkin back
Is
to
this
back.
the
That's pretty
hyperspace
cool.
Tarks too?
Yep.
Hyperspace
hyperspace
Tarks.
Tarkin.
Love it. Okay, that's just Cloud City. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, Lukey.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The hell is that? Oh, Jesus. 7, 8. Here comes our rare or uncommons. Fucking who?
Good old.
And our last uncommon. And then here goes our rare.
Ooh, there you go. Get yourself a Han.
It is. That's a good Han Solo. There we go. Ambush.
That's not the horrible art Han, but
No.
No,
Still not
the
great.
leader's the better.
Our foil is an
A foil
AT.
ATST.
It's just a common. So that goes into our common pile, which is, I don't know where our common foil was. I think it's over here. Okay. I have to redo these piles. You know what? They do compact it a lot, so it seems like there's more cards here, especially considering they give you so many commons. So I'm wondering, you could probably get pretty close to putting a whole deck together without
Director Krennic.
you
Well,
can.
probably
You can get a
put
whole
2
deck
decks together.
easy. Yeah,
a couple decks together without
easy.
without
That's not
1, 2, 3.
16 cards in a pack is a lot of cards in a pack. It's
Yep.
usually
Hey,
like
by the way,
9.
you guys too, the Tony and stuff like that, get a hold of us if you want to actually play the game. When Ferd, I know you said you're cracking some stuff too. Because if you is that it's just an uncommon, regular uncommon. Because we're going to be doing some of that stuff and putting it out there. So, or at least trying to play. Maybe we'll
Red
put
3.
Red 3 rare. There we go. Oh wait, yeah, but that's supposed to be a rare. I need a legendary. And did I get this one before? No. Both insurgents.
Lothal Insurgent.
Ruben, there's 16 legendaries, so
16 legendaries. All right.
you're only getting 3 a box, and you need multiples of them. That's why I think the legendaries for the playable legendaries are gonna get pricey. So some of the legendaries I don't think are very good, but some of them I think are really powerful.
Ooh,
Sabine.
is that good? Yes, Sabine's
Sabine's one of the
yeah.
most aggressive leaders in the game. So if you're
Yeah.
an aggro player, Sabine, I think, is probably up there in A tier with
Yeah.
early.
That's
thought.
they say aggro. There's a guy that does a great video on the aggro or whatever. What are the 3 called? It's aggro. What's the middle one called?
Mid range,
Range. Yep. And then what's
and then
the
you got control.
control? Yeah.
Control deck.
2,
So.
3, 4. What the heck is that? Recruiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's that. The uncommons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that Vader uncommon's kind of cool though. He's
Force
choking
choke.
people.
Yep.
And then we've got here we go.
Devastator. There's a legendary.
Devastator Legendary.
Yeah, that's like a $50 card, right?
Legendary hyperspace.
It's a legendary hyperspace. That's a real good one. Got a winner there. Oh, and I still got my rare card. Still got a rare card. And then after the rare card, I still got, what is this? Why is there nothing there?
It's just a foil.
Underworld?
It's just
foil.
a basic. It's just a basic. It's slightly overstated. It has no stat. It has no text box.
Okay.
Yeah, basic card.
It's a 2/2/3. Slightly overstated, but it gives you no benefit. So probably never sees play.
Yeah.
Unless you're in draft. In draft, it's fine because anything that's overstated is usually.
How much a case costs? Well, like I said, I bought this and that thing for 111 and change. I think it was probably 80 for this. So, but I know they're going for like 120-ish now. So 120 for a case. Isn't there 6 boxes in a case?
Yeah, it'll probably run you about 600. About.
That's some terrible art.
There's the Han. There you go. That's a rare though. That's a rare. You got a rare leader.
It's awful art.
That is terrible art.
Literally hit him in the face with a frying pan.
Tower. That is not rare. That was cool getting a rare right off the bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's a hyperspace. You just missed a hyperspace there.
Yeah.
No, that right.
That
one right there.
Your thumb on it.
Yeah, that's good.
You're looking right around 550 to 600 for a case.
Yeah.
Hyperspace. This is not camera. Come on.
Just use your, whatever. Put your hand over the camera.
Your focus just went way the hell off.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. Another uncommon.
TIE Advanced. That's Vader's.
There's another hyperspace.
Hyperspace. Power of hyperspace. Nice.
2 hyperspace in 1 pack.
Pack in. Here is the rare.
Wedge.
Nice
Antilles.
wedge.
There we go. And then, wow, that's kind of cool foil. The foils look really cool, man. I'll tell you.
Open Fire is a super solid card. I mean, anything gives you direct damage.
Direct damage is nice. All right. I got to get some of these rares out of here and put them back into the box because it's too much space that it's taking up. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of these packs.
I know.
Well, it's enjoyable, I guess, for this many. I mean, it doesn't.
You'll be able to build a deck for you and your kid.
Yeah.
It's really easy to play.
I wonder why I bought the 2-deck thing, but it's all right.
Those are pre-built decks, so I was just gonna say they're pre-built decks, so they do work great to play with your kids or whatever because you don't have to. The kids don't have to sit there and try to build a deck.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you can get those 2 leaders. The Luke and the Vader are only available in those starters. So if you want to play Luke or Vader, those versions of Luke or Vader, you have to buy the starter, or you just have to buy the singles. But it's really hard to buy the singles for those 2 because then somebody's got to sell the starter deck.
Nice window.
Oh, legendary mace.
Legendary. So the legendary waist goes for like $40. That's not bad. That's not bad. There we go. We got another legendary.
Yep. Nice.
And it's a foil.
Just a common.
Yeah. Restored arc. Okay.
Try to get that camera to pull that one in. All right. Well, all right. So I got a couple legendary. What, I have 2 legendaries already?
Yeah, and both of your legendaries are control. So you're going to figure out some control stuff there. I mean, the problem with them is one costs 10, right? Which means you got to wait till at least turn 9.
It's the Boba card, but it's not the rare.
Not the right one. Just a regular old Boba.
It's a regular old Boba. Is he collect or is he's the mid, right?
Boba's kind of aggressive. I think.
I thought he was supposed to be mid.
Maybe.
All right, 1, 2. Why is this card upside down? 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, you got Leia, you got R2, you got C3PO. Those are only available in the starters, so you'll get access to those.
Oh, the Force is with me. I'm with the Force.
Yeah,
that's just
it's JD.
2, 3. What is this one? That's just uncommon 2. I don't know what it is. All right, so then this one is the rare, and then this is the foil.
Agent Chaos.
Is that foil rare?
Foil rare. Hey, look at that.
You. And that's a hyperspace. Foil hyperspace rare.
Hey, somebody look that one up. JJ, where did you go? Now that I got to go a card that's
I'm still here.
Foil
I'm just on
hyperspace
audio.
rare. Hold on.
Is that the 1 in 50 he just got?
Foil hyperspace.
Yeah, we can pull that back.
That's a 1 in 50. Yeah.
Rare. What was it? Callus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this foil hyperspace rare. It's not the legendary, but it's the rare. It's one in every.
And what's
50
the
packs.
what's the title on the card? It's what, Callus?
Agent Callus plus
Agent
Agent Callus.
Callus.
That is kind of cool, man. I like it. That's all right. Maybe it was worth it. This pack. That means hopefully Wayseeker gets something good too. Yes.
So the Callus is like 15.
Ah,
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
like
not,
$15. It's
That's no, the one that they're trying to sell for 15 is not a hyperspace. Oh no,
no,
it
it's
is.
not.
I don't think so.
Because I'm looking at the one that's 15.
Does it have a border?
13 is like
I can't tell.
no, it doesn't have a
Can't
border.
tell.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so like
Yeah, it's
15.
hyperspace.
No,
So it's like $15.
but look at the one that cost. Look at the one that costs 74. There's one below it costs 74. It looks radically different than the one that costs 74. So that one has a border. The 15 one has a border.
Yeah.
So there's one. There is a hyperspace for 44 right now.
something? No, this is just unique, huh?
So yeah, the cheapest one of the Callus right now that you could buy is 44.
Yeah, it's 44.
So I don't know what
Cheapest.
it's worth, but somebody's trying to sell it for 44.
Yeah, okay. Was this anything, Wayseeker? Just because it doesn't look like it has a border at all. Is
That's
this hyperspace? Is
That's
it?
a
It's cool
hyperspace card.
hyperspace. That's a cool hyperspace one. All right.
Hyperspace look really good. Like,
That's a rare, whatever that is.
yep. That's dope. That goes with Iden. There's an Iden deck that looks like it'd be a lot of fun.
That does look fun. Okay.
I know you love your Iden.
I do. That's just the video game characters. What comic book nowadays?
Yeah, and books too. Yeah.
Another Leia. Dude, that's all I want is one of these showcases. Because if you
I
hit the
know.
showcase, you're good, right?
Showcase,
Sure.
you're making your money, and you sell the showcase, and you can buy another box. Unless you're Ruben, then Ruben will want to buy them all, get them all. I don't even want to know how much Ruben's going to spend on this game when he's said and done. Because I mean, a new set's coming out every 4 months. Like, there's a
Is
bail.
He's not buying these, is he?
Ruben bought a
Yeah.
case.
He bought a case? Jesus.
And he's talking about buying
From
more
Sonic.
boxes. He bought a case and he's talking about buying more boxes.
What do you mean there's a new set coming out every
Just that's how card games are.
There'll be a new
Every
set
4
every
months.
4 months. Yeah.
There'll be a new expansion.
Actually,
every
kind of
year,
slow,
probably.
to be honest.
3 a year is the plan, and they already have through 7 mapped out. They said so. There's a
What was the
hyperspace.
leader on that one?
that was what's his name? Sure, Eric. The guy from the Wills.
The blind guy. Yeah.
Oh, this is a rare though. This is
Yeah.
rare.
That's
Okay.
Rare leader, yep.
That's good. Got a rare leader.
So you got hyperspace location there.
Echo base. Yep. Pull that one out too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's something shiny there. Shiny doesn't matter because there's a foil in every one.
Ezra,
Ezra.
Yularen's pretty cool. Don't
This
get
was
cocky. That art is so bad. That does not
That
look
art
like
is
Don't get
horrible.
cocky, buddy. Don't get cocky with how bad this art is. It's just a lame rare. Oh, then it's another foil of this. Just a common foil. Man, oh man, this is a lot of packs. Oh,
You said there's 36 packs in a box? Wait,
no, 24.
24.
24?
Well, I wonder if it was top heavy, and now that we're gonna get towards the once again, Leia, she's just a common. Echo base, just a common.
That's 385 cards a box. Greedo.
Yeah. Ooh, Betty shit.
That's
that a
fire
rare?
spray. That's a hyperspace.
That's a hyperspace rare for fire spray for fetch shit.
Yeah.
Save one. That's nice. Oh, and then there's another one. I got back to back. Oh, this is just
That's
a
fire
regular
spray.
rare.
That's a regular rare.
Okay. And then an Atat Walker, which is common. Uncommon. It's uncommon, but still. I don't know how good that is. All right. Yeah, I think it could. So what do you mean by an Argo deck? there, Wayseeker. What does that mean? Building an Argo.
Aggressive.
Aggressive deck.
Very
It's
aggressive.
basically it's like building a red deck in Magic.
Ooh, a rare.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, that doesn't help. You're not speaking English. You're speaking the same. You just
It
said the
means
same thing.
you're more attack than defense.
That's,
There you go.
What did
it's
I
not
miss?
as bad.
Did he get any? Did I miss a good pool?
I did. I got
you
fire.
missed a
I got
hyperspace fire spray.
Oh, that's cool.
Rare fire spray.
Yeah,
hyperspace.
yeah, cool.
And then I got
You got your item?
Iden, and she's a rare, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Then I was just trying to ask, like, what's the difference between, you said Argo deck, and they said that's aggressive, but like, what does that mean? Just built heavy attack.
Heavy attack.
base?
Heavy attack
Yeah.
base.
You got to end the game pretty quick. If not,
Is there a rare? No. It's not.
Yeah. then you're gonna get beat by control for sure.
What's control do?
Control try to make the
Low
game go
defensive
as long as possible,
Okay.
and yeah, it will overwhelm you with big units and things like that over time.
Also make you use your resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you won't be able to attack or anything else.
He's like Iceman in Top Gun. He just slow and methodically wears you down.
You're like playing a game of chess and the guy's taking all your pawns slowly
Like
versus
Palpatine.
like trying to attack your queen or whatever, right?
Palpatine's got to be all control because that's what Palpatine does.
Frustrating deck.
He methodically destroys you.
Ooh, Dom, sorry to hear it, bro. He's stuck in the Amtrak. Unfortunately.
Ooh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That is not
That's the
cool.
worst.
The National Guard is frisking him. They won't let him on the train.
I just want to.
Probably-
I can't wait to hear if he got thrown out because he tried to get
Reported.
Dawson to do a video about the show or whatever.
Grand Moff
Yeah.
Tarkin.
He wrote a big long.
Unsolicited promo.
I think,
Ah,
Good
Dag of a
dialogue.
swamp.
I think she knows how to deal with that. I would assume. Well, apparently he wrote some big long paragraph. Did he do that on?
I don't
Instagram?
know.
He
He's
said
on
something.
IG,
I
I
was like,
think.
what?
He had
What'd
some
you say,
problem
Jim?
with tickets or something to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
autographed.
I didn't.
He ended up
translate
getting
well.
it. He had to go the roundabout way, but he got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he ended up he missed the ticket for the
How do you miss the ticket?
He sold out.
they
Like
sold
the whole
out.
thing he was there to do.
Jedi lightsaber. Huh,
What's that?
cool.
But can't you buy the tickets before you go? Like you don't have to go. You buy them like months ago.
Comment.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's he Giggles was telling them to do it, and he wasn't doing it, and then they sold out. Yeah,
Yeah, they
wow.
sold that to tickets for Rosario, but he still got it in a roundabout way. He had a friend that bought extra or something like that.
She is a saint, by the way.
It went about how we thought it would go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things always seem to work out for Dom at the end.
Jeffrey,
I don't know how it does, but it is not the normal way of getting there ever.
It's always the weird route.
There's a hyperspace.
oh, it is? All right.
Hyperspace IG-88.
If you guys ever
Echo
watched, there used to be
base.
this show called MCM we used to do, and if you ever watched that, I won the one time I ripped Pokemon cards. It's like the first one, and the Rainbow Charizard was the big card. And I think it was the
got
first
it?
pack. Yeah, right off the bat.
Yeah, I remember that.
I feel like
Then my kid actually has it. He plays with it.
I feel like with Pokemon, like the odds of you actually getting anything good are so low.
Pokemon hit rates are garbage.
It's
Yeah.
about the same. It's
Hey,
about the
there's
same. Oh, Palpatine.
is the rare.
That's just
a
a
regular
regular
rare. Palps.
unit.
That's all
But
right.
I like that unit a lot.
You like that unit a lot. Hey, this is a rare foil.
U-wing
Clip that.
reinforcement.
Nice.
What? What'd you say? Clip that? Does that mean?
Clip him saying
Oh,
he
yeah.
likes it. You know, a lot.
Yeah.
He
Rare
likes that
thing. He likes the
unit a lot.
He likes that unit a lot. He does like that unit a lot.
Man,
Wayseeker loving his unit.
I think we're at least gonna try to demo it behind the we're gonna try to demo it behind the scenes one time, and then try to have it where we can play it. I don't know.
we'll figure it out. But maybe this week, if I have time and Marco has time, we can at least play with the starter decks or something.
Can't see. There,
This
Catacombs
is
of
rare.
Kadara.
Hold on. Yeah, we're flunking again.
Kadara. Whoa. There you go.
It's a common.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun game. It's super quick, super easy.
Is it?
My
Super
my
quick?
kid picked it up and said it's easier than Pokemon to pick up. Doesn't mean there's not complexities with all the cards do, but
I mean, that's how it always works, right?
The
Right.
Emperor's Legions.
but the resource system is such an improvement over Pokemon. I feel like because if you get resource lock, the game's
It's
miserable.
pretty quick play too. About 20 minutes a game or something.
Yeah, not even unless you're playing some super control deck, maybe. At that point,
What's the
somebody's
third
probably
type of deck? So it's a control deck, an Argo deck, and a what?
mid-range.
Aggro,
Mid-range.
control, and mid-range.
Mid-range.
Yeah,
I think mid-range is just a little bit of both, right?
yeah, it has a little more flexibility,
More Director Krennic.
but it mid ranges will usually lose to aggro because aggro can do what mid range wants to do just quicker.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Mid-range is more about if you shuffle your deck. Mid-range is more about where do the cards come out in the deck.
Yeah, there's a hyperspace.
Right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a Kanan.
All right. Let's see what the rare is.
You got a rare location.
Okay.
Very complex.
That doesn't matter. Ooh.
You got a
Zeb
foil
looks
Zeb.
cool. Well, Zeb looks
Zeb.
cool.
I like that Zeb art.
Zeb
It reminds me of
cool.
the Sabine art of Zeb.
All right, I got four packs left.
And then we're gonna do the Bad Batch.
Yeah, we'll do Bad Ratch review after that.
Yeah, that's the best part is you don't have to wait forever on a turn.
Right. Everything
Sit
is back
there,
and forth.
Okay. Chewy. Oh, look at that first Chewy.
Chewbacca.
There wasn't a ton of
Base.
dubs. Knock on wood. I mean, in the commons, maybe.
Yeah, that's just how they always work. Most comments just go into the recycle pile after you get so many of them.
Yeah.
Typically, too, this first set's usually bigger than the following sets. I don't know if they'll keep that up or not, but
I don't know. It'll be interesting with Jap being such a big opponent.
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays out.
Emperor's
Royal
it's
Guard.
usually how it goes, but hard to say for sure.
And you got a foil
I got
common.
a foil rare. It's a foil rare.
It's foil rare. That's
Yeah,
common.
too close.
I know. It's trying to get to reset. Bounty Hunter Crew.
There we go.
Oh, who cares about that Bounty Hunter Crew? They kind of suck. Okay.
You just wonder what's gonna happen when they put some High Republic characters in here.
So I got a Thrawn, a Land, a Thrawn left. Let's see who gives me more luck.
I mean, I think that will draw in a lot of people when they get like Diva Lon Pop and some of those characters in here over time. That'll be fun.
Sabine Wren.
Need run again.
Being leader.
There's one of the. I don't see one of the bases that everybody's saying is the base to play with.
Oh, like a hyperspace base.
Yeah. This is the rare. No, it's not. It's
Holland.
legendary.
Cunning. There's your third one, right?
Third or
That should
fourth.
be the
We'll go
third
for a check
legendary,
it.
yeah.
We'll check it. I think that's actually my fourth legendary.
That might be.
Sure.
What is that? A foil what? Oh, jeez. I can't see.
Common, I think.
Gorilla attack.
Gorilla
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing special.
Nothing
there.
special.
But nice getting that legendary. Cunning's really cool, but it has to go in a double yellow deck or you're really overpaying for it. And so like getting a double yellow really does limit your ability to do deck building because you're only getting access to 2 colors because your location and your leader must both have access to yellow to get double yellow. And so
Swamp.
every color has a double couple double cards that are really strong, but they do really severely limit your deck building capabilities. So, it's like there's a double blue.
This game doesn't look as complicated as the old card game from the 90s.
Yeah, no, it's not. Thankfully, I mean the old card game from the 90s. By the end of it, had a 900-page errata book that you had to have with you.
Yeah.
Like nobody wanted that. Nobody wants a 900-page because they wouldn't change cards. They wouldn't really outlaw cards. They just kept giving you this book of things about what you could do, what you couldn't do, what cards you could play with, what you couldn't play with. It was a mess at the end.
Jen Urso.
Again. Jen Urso.
It's another Jen Urso. Catacombs of Cadera.
Not one of those. Is it you? I don't know. Who cares? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So the next card is.
Got Zeb. You got your. Ooh, nice. Love that art.
Traders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a cool card.
Is it a cool
I like
card?
that. I like it. And then you got your foil Krell.
Oh,
General
Krell.
Krell.
Which is a rare foil.
Yeah.
That's all right. So those were. It was. I had that one.
No, the old game was Destiny was Fantasy Flight,
and so is Star Wars LCG. So this is their third. This is their third.
The one you guys
card.
were talking about earlier was not.
But yeah, that one was Decipher.
So what was this? Just a hyperspace. Okay. Hyperspace
That's
rare. Yep. Hyperspace rare again. This base, Echo base, is just a hyperspace.
Couple hyperspace there.
Hyperspace,
I think you got three. I think you got 3 legendary. I don't think I remember you getting fourth one unless you missed it.
Yeah. What was that? That was
just
that was a hyperspace.
That's your hyperspace rare foil.
Hyperspace rare foil. Yep. Which is nice.
There's your legendary mace.
Legendary mace. Rare. I thought he had 2 more legendaries.
So you have that's your legendary right there.
3.
There's your hyperspace Tarkin, which you're all excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And this is kind of cool. This is just what the heck was it? I don't know what it was. But anyways.
And you got your rare foil Kanan. Yeah. So you got 3 legendaries.
Did he get a shoot first? Because I was thinking Marco would use that card.
I would use that card, but no, I didn't get it. So there we go. That's what I got. Let's get into Bad Batch.
Oh, Marco just got into Bad Batch and said, "I'm out. See you later."
Switching cameras, I think.
Bye. Hope so.
And to answer the question in the chat from Jeffrey Drake, no, the old card game in the 90s was from Decipher, not Fantasy Flight.
So,
all right, well, cool. Well, we didn't lose as many people as I thought we would have during the card opening, so that's nice. We
got another one coming up, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not good at it. I mean, hopefully, Waysinger does a better job than I did.
All right, your camera's better than mine. You'll do better than mine, but
I have 3 cameras. I need to figure out how to set them up. All right, so here we go. We're getting to Bad Batch. It is episode. What episode is now? 3, 4, 5?
5.
5.
How we're going to cover Dom's because he's not going to be here, but the return. We are starting out today with Jedi, if I'm correct. And here we go.
That is
Jedi.
Correct.
Yep. So, whoa.
That's not
Jedi.
That's with your space.
All right, go ahead.
So I chose this scene. This is Crosshair practicing, trying to get his shot back. I thought this was an important scene because if you remember in the last episode, we saw a couple of people on this panel were saying that, hey, that's the old Crosshair when he did that melee in the junkyard or wherever they were, the shipping yard. And I said, nope, that's not the old Crosshair. He was just meleeing. He was just shooting stuff everywhere. He still has the shakes. He still cannot shoot.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
I don't want to drop names.
The game is to get yourself points. If you
it might have been Wayseeker.
Minus 5 for Wayseeker, plus 5 for Jedi. There you go.
Just keep throwing me under the bus, everybody.
Off to a good start.
So what we're seeing here in this scene, I think, is obviously he does not have his shot back, and I don't believe, if I can just Nostradamus a little bit, I don't think we're going to see him get his shot back until that tried and true scene where somebody's life is on the line, probably Omega, maybe Hunter, is when we're finally going to see him get his shot back. And it may even come at his own life. It may be the scene where we finally see him. I think we've all predicted he's going to have to give up his life for someone else. So we may just get that all encompassed into one scene. But I thought this was important because to me, at least, it foreshadowed that he doesn't have it yet, and it's going to come at a pivotal moment, a vital moment in the show. It's when he's finally going to get a shot back.
Very good. Hey, you know how predictions go here, though? You get 5 points for one prediction, 5 points for 2 predictions. However, if those predictions don't come true, you lose 10 points per prediction. So let's make sure we're keeping track of
on
that.
The future.
You have got 15 points already. That sounds good. Who's next? Who do we have? Anybody else like to add on here? Wayseeker, what is your opinion of this? And
what are we doing shooting good fruit? We're in the middle of an empire where there's food shortages everywhere, and here
that's a bad take. -1 for that take right there. Jedi already got him on his points. JJ, could we get at least a halfway decent discussion? What is he talking about fruit for? Who cares about fruit?
I don't know what the fruit is. People aren't starving yet, I guess. Anyhow, I totally agree with Jedi as far as like he's not back yet. He's got the trimmers going on. Although I don't know that we'll actually see him get a shot back. I think that maybe it'll come a point where he needs to have a shot back and it's not there.
Would you like to predict that, JJ?
I'll put that down as a prediction. And it's like Randy Quaid, like, running out of missiles and then having to fly into the alien spaceship. It's one of those moments. So,
all right, JJ gets +5 for that. There's a lot of predictions happening today. Wait, so I'll give you one more second just to be fair to you. Would you like to do a prediction? Yes or no?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
don't care.
It was -point again. That was worse. Hey, go ahead.
See, there's definitely something wrong with him. The shakes are not good. Again, I was very worried for the droid in this scene because his shakes are bad. I was afraid the droid was gonna get pockmarked, but other than that, I mean, it's just more issues with Crosshair.
All right, well, nobody cares about droids. -1. All right, next up, we have got, let's see what our next scene is. Our next scene is, Thade, you're going at this one. This is our next scene. It's scene 2, Intel and Remembering Tech. So, Thade, you stay there. What do you got on this one?
You can tell there's tension in the scene, especially between Hunter and Crosshair. Can tell everybody misses Tech. I kind of hope he's not dead, but I think that's a really hopeless thing. Just a really tense meeting between everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of foreshadowed, I think, what was going to... Do you feel like Wayseeker foreshadowed what was going to happen later?
Oh, I think so, yeah. I mean, you can see here, the whole point here is Crosshair just feels on the outside, and nobody really felt comfortable in the scene at all. So it was fine, but nothing special with other than just telling what's going to come.
Yeah, all right, we'll give you 1 point for that. Jedi, do you have anything in particular you would like to add to this?
Agree. Yeah, obviously this was to showcase the tension that is eventually get resolved, but we had to be reminded of it. So yeah, obviously tension there, I guess. I would like to maybe double down on my previous segment's prediction and say that if we do get Echo back, and it's a good possibility we will, nobody ever dies in Star Wars. Actually, I may throw Echo's hat in the ring and say Crosshair may die to save Echo or to rescue Echo.
You mean Tech? Because Echo.
I'm sorry, Tech. Sorry, Tech. Yeah.
Wow, Jedi's going out on a lot of limbs. Tech coming back, and he's calling.
I might actually win a future episode with all of these.
Yeah. I mean, if this stuff doesn't happen, Jedi's going to be a lot. Jedi is going ham today. Double J just to.
Hey, I've already got my win. I'm playing with house money. I'm all in.
Double J just to finish this off here. Is there anything you got?
There's two things missing in the scene. Obviously the Hunter and the Crosshair tension, but there's an empty seat for Tech there at the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then you also have the fact that I was expecting Rex with Echo. Didn't happen.
Yeah, where is Rex?
Yeah, Echo shows up, there's no Rex.
Actually, that's -point for everybody besides JJ because there is no there's absolutely no Rex, and you guys were all saying Rex and Echo were together, so there you go. Minus. Good observation, JJ. We'll give you 3 points for that. All right, next up. Huh? What's up?
Nothing. I don't want to risk any points. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, you're so far ahead. I don't think it matters at this point. What is our next scene? Let's see what we got here. Scene number 3, Crosshair's old armor. This is Dom's section. Dom,
you mean
go ahead. We're gonna do it. No, this segment you got to do your best Dom impressions while you're doing the segment. JJ,
oh God,
you may start.
It'd be harder, I thought though.
Go ahead.
I guess I picked this scene because it was really great to see Crosshair in his old armor. Brought back a lot of memories. And getting your old armor back and putting it on kind of reminds me of Boba Fett. I don't know. I don't know where he's going to see.
Boo! All right.
Boo.
I don't know.
Minus 2 points. That was
Love you,
bad.
Dom.
All right.
Hope you get off
all
the
right.
train sometime.
Wayseeker, please don't disappoint us like we were just disappointed by JJ.
Seriously, now this was a horrible scene. He just lost like 60 pounds in prison, hadn't eaten for a day, and he looked like he barely could get into his armor. Made no sense. Don't know what's going on here. They ruined this scene. I'm mad at Bad Batch forever. How can they do this to Crosshair? I give up.
No, minus 3 for that. Minus 3 for that. I don't even know what that was. Oh, Jesus. This is horrible. This is a bad idea. Faye, try to save this bad idea and make it a little bit tolerable, please.
Okay, I'll try. It was good seeing Crosshair in his old armor again. Pretty cool that it still fits considering, he's lost all the weight in prison. I think that he's still uncomfortable. You can tell that by the way, like, he tugs at the gorget and everything.
You said Dom would never say gorget. Minus 4 points for you, Faye. Minus 4. Jesus. What are we doing here? Jedi, show him how it's done, please.
Okay, listen. At the end of the day, this was a very touching scene. It was good. Obviously, Kathleen Kennedy had nothing to do with this because it worked. And at the end of the day, this is what we want to see from Star Wars. We want to see good writing. We don't want to see all this other stuff. We want to see good writing. So at the end of the day, this is what I want to see. End of the day, this is it.
Plus 3, you got it. Pretty, but you know what I'm saying. If you would have said, you know what I'm saying, I think the key is it goes a little something like this. You know what I'm saying? This is like the best scene ever because you know what I'm saying? The good writing is going to take it. And I wish Boba Fett was written like this. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't that bad, though. You know what I'm saying? And then you would have gotten a full 10 points. But Jedi gets 3 points for pulling the best Don out of a lot of you. Okay, next up is, and last, thank God, is, oh, good Lord. Last up is Wayseeker. We lose the worst for last.
No. Just give me one.
Who?
I'm 5.
Who's 4?
I'm 4. He's 5.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'm
that's
4.
good. At least we get a reprieve. All right, 4. Here we go. JJ. We've got Mayday's Memorial. This is actually cool. This is a good section.
Yeah.
You get 2 points just for picking this right here.
Yay! No, I seriously thought this was about the best scene. I know everybody knows I hate flashbacks, which is true, but I love callbacks. So this was great. They show up on the snow planet, and we're like, that all kinds of looks familiar. And then you're like, yeah, that's definitely the same planet. And then we got this one shot of what really showed Crosshair's, I think, I don't know if you want to call it character growth or whatever, in prison, where he sees all the helmets, including Mayday's, sitting there on the floor and picks them up and puts them kind of almost like a memorial type thing. And for those that don't remember, Mayday is the soldier that died and actually ended up with Crosshair going to jail for shooting the officer. So is a good callback. I love a good callback where they don't make you. They don't tell you directly what it is, but as long as you've watched it, you know exactly what's going on.
Dwayne Scott's getting plus 5 points in the chat. All right. Hey, I like that. I'm giving you a couple more points for that, JJ. Very good. Great segment. Great add-on. Wayseeker, ruin our day, please.
One thing I really appreciate about this episode was the title makes sense. I mean, we've talked about this before with some things. This was called The Return. This return was Crosshair's return.
Mm-hmm.
It was return of Echo.
Okay.
It was also the return of where everything happened with Crosshair. And so they had to go back to the base. And so it really did do a great job of moving the forward story while helping the characters and us, see the changes that have happened with everybody coming back. And so I really did appreciate this scene and how it related, to the overall arc of this episode.
If you landed it better, you would have got more than 4 points, but you had 4 good points there. Jedi, could you please help us with something that we missed? Maybe some insight or what the coolest moment was of this part.
Well, it's hard to because I think JJ nailed it. And this is an important scene that probably flew under the radar. It's probably the pivotal scene in this episode, possibly that possibly flew under the radar. People didn't notice because we did see the changes that are Hunter, who's looming in the background, got to actually see the changes in Crosshair that we've witnessed over the past couple of episodes. And that was pivotal because that led to Hunter and a few scenes later actually reaching out the pivotal olive branch, if you will, and trying to make nice with Crosshair. So
I like the fact that you used pivotal 5 times. Good job. 5 points for that. Okay. Dave, wrap it up here.
Well, the memorial was a touch. It shows that Crosshair actually does care, regardless of his cold nature.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There you go. 2 points. I like it. Short and sweet also. There it is. I'll give you an extra point for being short and sweet. 3 points on that one. Good job.
There you go.
There it is. All right, next up. Scene 5, an actual conversation. This one is going to Wayseeker to finish it off for us. Oh,
so
Lord. There's gonna be
I watched this and I'm like, why can't Star Wars be like this? We've had the last 2 shows. The last 2 shows, there's been no conversation. Filoni doesn't know how to do conversations in live action. They've never talked to one another. They always have to be action, 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 action. And then we get an animation, and it just felt so refreshing to have an actual conversation where people were talking together, and it was a moving part of where you saw, the olive branch was done. Both people began to trust each other. It's been a year of TV. This is the first conversation that we've gotten, and it just was, it was great to actually see a conversation in Star Wars.
All right, I'll give you a point for that. It was okay, but you're whatever. Yeah, your conversation wasn't that.
We don't get this. For
JJ, go ahead. Okay, well there, I'll give you a point for that because I do like that reference. I'll give you 2 points actually. Okay, JJ, what do you got?
I agree with Wayseeker a little bit, but he skipped over the most important part of this actual conversation they had.
Oh, throwing somebody under the bus. Let's see.
Crosshair read Hunter like a book in this.
Oh, minus 2 points for Wayseeker, plus 2 for JJ.
He goes to Hunter and says, like, Hunter is upset because he's the one that rescued Omega, and he's the one that put Omega at risk, not him. And Crosshair had to do the work to get her out of prison. And that's why Hunter's upset with him. He's more upset with himself than he is with Crosshair.
Valid point. There's a lot. JJ's putting down a lot of valid points now. All right, Jedi, don't let him catch you up. What do you got?
Yeah, I almost feel like maybe I should be quiet because I don't want to lose any points, but I won't. I'm going to keep going. I think the best part of this scene, great scene, to me, the best part of the scene came, I think, later, maybe just before and actually later with Echo, who kind of stops Omega, says, "Hey, they'll figure this out. Boys they're gonna figure this out like men." And then the little comic relief at the end, after all the seriousness was over, when Echo says, "Oh, no blood this time," or something to that effect, which, just kind of pointing out that, men are going to work this out. It's not always going to be pretty. Sometimes it might be bloody, but these guys are brothers, and it's going to work out. So.
Good insight. 2 points. What do you got, Thade? Finish it off for us.
This, being a brother myself, having brothers, this was a touching scene. Crosshair and Hunter with all the tenseness. I mean, I experience this with my brothers all the time. And Jedi's right. Sometimes it ends bloody. Sometimes it doesn't.
I have 8 brothers. I don't understand a word you said. -1. All right. So
it's amazing to hear you have 8 brothers, man.
Yeah, I know. Winner gets the final word. The winner does get the final word. We're going to do our tallies really quickly. Well, obviously, in last place here, -3, -1.
That's right.
Minus
every week.
10.
Every
week.
week.
You had a +4 here, so that's
it's a badge of honor for him.
I'm slacking.
You're only at a -5. In last place is Wayseeker. Next is Dom with 0 points because he didn't even show up. Then after that goes Dwayne Scott with +5. That's pretty good.
Dwayne Scott.
Good job, Dwayne.
3, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Okay, +7 for Thade. That's next. After that, JJ 5, 6, and 8. Let's cross off. 10, 16 points for JJ. That's a lot. Hey, but here's the deal. Jedi gambled on 1, gambled on 2, gambled on 3, gambled on 4, gambled on 5. So that right there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 points. This could come back to bite him again. 26, 31.
Playing for the now.
30. 36 and a half. 36 and a half points for Jedi. Jedi, you get the last word. Good job, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, I continue to love this series. It almost makes me sad that we're going to be looking at the end of this, shortly down the road, and 11 more episodes, 10 or 11 more episodes, whatever it is. I'm excited because we know eventually we're going to get Asajj, and I cannot wait for various reasons how they're going to bring her back, etc. I'm every time I turn it on to watch it, I get a little bit nervous because I know Wanda Sykes is coming. I know it's coming, so I get a little scared. But I'm just loving this. I'm kind of getting a little upset that we're looking at an end of this, because it's some of the best Star Wars that they've done in a couple of years. I think outside of Andor, we'll always have Andor.
Wow, very good. All right, how about that? All right, so. There you go. And just to let the rest of you know, predicting stuff, you get extra points for that. Keeping stuff short when sometimes you need to be, you get extra points for that. And throwing people under the bus, you always get points for that. So there you go. Jedi has figured out how to master that part of the game. Let's continue on now. What else do we have?
We got some packs, or we can, yeah,
packs. We got a whole other case of packs. Let's go, Wayseeker. Wayseeker is going to crack the wax and snap the packs, or whatever they say. Jeffrey Drake, you have a great one, brother. Thank you for staying by.
I'm not going to show every card. I'm just going to show the leader. I don't care for locations, and I'm just going to go to the end because
I want a location that I didn't get. There's a location that they say is the meta location at this point, and I did not get it. Which stinks.
First pack, we got legendary right off the bat.
Oh, look at that.
Skywalker.
Yeah, that's exciting. Excited for that.
Is that hyper 2, or is that just a legendary?
That's just a regular legendary. And we got a uncommon foil.
Do you guys put your things in the do you play in the plastic ones, like the thicker plastic, or like the cases things? You see what
I just play in a regular old thin plastic cards.
Plastic, okay.
Skinny sleeves.
Again, I'm not going to play with like a super expensive
$40 card like the one I pulled.
Yep. So got Sabine. Already had Sabine.
Nice.
Nothing.
Was she foil? Was that foil?
No. My rare here. We got Fett's Fire Spray.
Yep, got one of those too. Those.
And we got a hyperspace foil common. Snapshot reflexes. Looks really cool.
That looks really cool.
It's actually a really nice.
I gotta say, their foils are looking really good, man.
They did a great job on the foils. So, yeah. I got Tarkin.
All right, that's a good card.
Yep. Going forward here, got a rare Saw Gerrera. Saw's cool.
Oh, there you go.
Really aggressive card, but you have to have the double red there, as you can see. So tough card to play. But
what do you mean by the double red? You have the red base and red leader. Is that what you're
saying? Red base and red leader. Yep.
Okay.
And so it really does constrict your deck building. So you only get access to 2 colors instead of 3 like you normally do. And another hyperspace foil common. So not as pretty as the other one, but still I don't mind hyperspace foils. They look cool.
No, can't complain.
Yep.
Hey, Wayseeker, I still don't see your Ahsoka card mat behind you.
I know. I got to put it back up there.
I think you lost it in that tournament.
He gambled it and lost it.
I did. I lost it. You're right.
They were playing for slips.
Right. Got a boba.
Playing for pinks.
Hey, GT.
There.
Just a regular boba? Yeah. I thought it was Cedar more. I don't know with the leaders. I'm going to go look through my leaders and see.
We got a rare Emperor's Royal Guard. You had one of those too.
Yep.
And then we got a uncommon foil Ozil.
So
looking pretty. I do love the foils. I don't.
What does an uncommon foil go for? Like $3 though, $2.
I don't think it even goes for that. But
not even that.
I mean, unless somebody wants to build a foil deck.
Depends on the card. Sometimes uncommons can. In a foil, usually a foil goes for a couple dollars more than its common version or its non-foil version.
There's a rare Han leader.
Oh, ugly Han. Yep.
So that's cool. Glad to have one of those.
So the leader, that's your opening card, right? So that determines whether you're an aggro or what would you call it?
It determines that more. It determines what colors of your deck building can go for. Like for Han,
GT Key.
And Han, you can play light side because he's light side. As you see the bottom one, there's light side, and you can also play the yellow cards. So then you add your base and you get a green or a
Hold up
red
a
or
base
a
too.
blue,
Yeah.
whatever you want. My rare is Bodhi.
Run it. Run it.
And
Run
I
it.
got regular old foil common with Fall Insurgent. So
Cool.
nothing special there. Again, I do like how everything in this game is recyclable, all the packs and all that. So,
No, we don't
can't
know.
complain there. Got a rare Palps. That's the leader
How
Palp.
would it be
You
non?
know they just throw that
though?
shit
I don't
away and burn
understand.
it up anyways, right? You know that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm excited to play Palps, so that'll be fun.
No, I'm talking about your recyclable packs.
Happy Pappy Palpatine.
Yeah, Palpatine is like he doesn't get to come out as a unit until like turn 9. So you have to, or turn 8. So you have to survive 8 turns before this thing comes out as a unit. Every leader can come out as a unit. Like Sabine can come out on turn 4. That's why she's so aggressive. Like you just get her as a unit to add to your side on turn 4.
You got to get her as that unit, buddy.
There's Wayseeker in his unit.
Relentless is a rare. Already had one of those and another. And
Wait a minute.
Lieutenant
Why
foil.
does these layers don't look the same? What's the difference between?
Hey Dubs,
Hey, can I ask you a question real quick?
what?
Yes.
What's the difference between? Hold on. This layer right here.
Yep.
And this layer right here.
So one's just around
Hyperspace.
hyperspace.
Oh, this is the hyperspace one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I got Jedi's just hanging out there. I got Iggy.
He's looking to see which ones he can buy off you.
Yeah.
Jedi's taking notes to build a deck to crush us all later.
He is.
We got a rare
One
Obi.
deck to rule us all.
You get Obi in your starter, and so everybody will get this. If they get a starter deck, you get one. But it's nice to get extras in case you really
I
want.
had a
to
question, but it has nothing to do with the game.
What's that?
How would it be non-recyclable? Like styrofoam? Are they coming?
No, the
styrofoam?
other one's got like that paper in it. Like it's like a plastic.
The plastic is Most places don't recycle that type of plastic.
Oh, they don't.
No. Even like plastic bags, you got to take it to like
Actually,
Kroger or something like that.
one company used to have a deal where you could trade like
Gin or so.
50 of the empty packs in, or 100 or something of the empty packs in for like sleeves or some other kind of product.
Yeah, cool. I got Zeb. I'm happy with that one for my uncommon, and I got a rare gunship and just a regular old common foil. So nothing great there. So far, Marco's had a little bit more luck. He's got the hyperspace stuff,
That's the big surprise.
hyperspace rare, and everything like that. So,
Buddy.
Marco purposefully gets to like stacked packs.
yeah.
You call it luck. I just call it
Ooh,
luck.
I'm happy with that though. Hyperspace Iden. That's the rare leader. And looks really
Nice.
cool.
Good job.
Looks really cool in the hyperspace aspect. That's
Yeah,
So
that's
what
what
would
I
you
was
do
gonna-
with the
I-
showcase? If
I
you
mean,
were to get
everybody wants a
What do you
showcase.
do with it? What do you do with it?
You sell it.
You could probably sell
I
it.
mean, okay.
Sell it so,
So
you can buy some
basically,
more cards.
showcase is just like it's just a status symbol, right? You do like that dude did with the expensive Pikachu card. You just put it in a case and then make it a medallion or something.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
More or less.
Yeah. Second
Well,
legendary.
actually, there are some people that build what's called a max rarity deck.
Yeah.
But those people are insane. And
What
like to spend
legendary
money.
was that?
That's
You
command.
just walk
Like I
in
said,
and get all the chips with that.
every one of these has a every color has a double color legendary where you get like 4 options, and when you play it, you get to pick 2. So it's a very versatile card. All of them are really powerful, and so it's one of the most powerful cards, but it has a very difficult to slot in because you have to be double of that color. So Marco got cunning and I got command, and his cunning is double yellow. So yeah. What else do we got? Got a Krennic. Don't really. You're
Ruben
gonna have
wants to
so
build
many
a
of your
showcase
legendaries as
that-
time goes on. I mean, so many of your leaders as time goes on that will never be an issue. Cause I believe in. I think Marco got one of those, and a foil Bib Fortuna, which is
Oh,
even
there you go.
creepier. So
You gotta
you
love
want
the
your
bibs.
super creepy bibs. There you go. Get the foil. Yeah, I know. I'll sell it to Ruben so I can make my money back.
Bibs and tuna.
It's
Ruben's
nice
got
having
all the
somebody-
showcase cards listed on eBay. They're on his watch list right now.
Another
Just
boba.
tracking them all.
Nothing that. Got
Also, yeah, that $8 one on his watch list.
K2 is my rare.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Nice.
The
And then
only
just
droid in
a,
Star Wars that made me sad when it
Jedi
died.
aggregator for my foil. So I mean, you just want your showcase just to make your money back, right? So you can keep buying more stuff.
Yeah.
Got a nice little hyperspace Chewie.
It's a terrible Chewie.
Damn, bro.
That's worse than the Han.
Got my third legendary, the Avenger.
Nice.
So
Max rarity
so far
cards are usually
legendaries.
graded too.
What?
People often grade. I said max rarity cards are usually graded too. People often grade them.
Yeah. And just a foil coming. So I've got 3 legendaries, so I'm happy with that. So
Yeah, there you go.
But the none of the cool hyperspace stuff that Marco got.
Killing you, ain't it? Killing you.
It
See
does.
it.
He does hate losing to me.
Just another Chewbacca, regular Chewbacca. Looking great. Keep moving forward. What do we got here? Ooh, that's an uncommon, but that's the first one I've gotten in the Ghost. I don't think we've seen the Ghost
Oh
yet.
no, we haven't. That's cool. I thought is that uncommon? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I had it in
Regular
uncommon. I
uncommon.
just threw it.
Yep. Red 3 is my rare.
Okay.
And we got legendary foil.
Oh, there you go.
What is it?
We got home 1.
On one. Ah, cool.
With the shitty legendary
So
form.
wait, legendary 4 is what? 1 in 15 or 1 in 50?
15.
I don't know what legendary foils are. I don't think
I think it's 1 in 15.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1 in
it's a
15.
hyperspace legendary.
Oh yeah, that's hyperspace.
I don't know what legendary foils are. So this
Oh, I
is
don't know. I don't know. There's probably
Foil
not a set
hyperspace
ratio.
rare.
Right
One
there,
in-
1 in 50. That's
Foil hyperspace
That's the
rare.
foil
That's
hyperspace
hyperspace
is
foil.
150.
oh.
Yeah.
This is just a legendary foil.
Foils can be of any rarity.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right.
Got another rare Palpatine. So my second Palpatine, don't need that one, but that would be open for trade for a different leader. So that's good.
So that brings up. I hate to keep interrupting, man, but I had these questions. So before, or after these like riveting games, like when you go to these tournaments, are there trade sessions where you guys sit down and be like, "Hey, I need to trade this. I'll take
yeah.
this."
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
happens all the
Sounds
time.
like so much fun.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
Trading
the
is so much
before
fun.
and
That's how you
before
do
and
that
after
part.
before and after these games, you got people pulling out binders of cards and trading
Oh,
and
yeah.
doing crazy stuff.
It's like,
Drinking
I mean,
tons of
Ordering.
balls.
there's no reason for me to have 2 rare Palpatine leaders. So if somebody's looking for it, I can get something else I need.
I think that's
Dooku
where Marco
is my
would
rare.
thrive. I think that's his.
Making deals, steals.
The bartering.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
rare Doku.
And now we got a rare foil. Krell.
oh yeah, I got that too. Yeah,
Nice.
that's actually really. When you see that, how cool is that in person?
Yeah,
Like it really is cool, man. It
Krell's-
is.
Yeah.
I'll trade for it. Sell
So
to
fun
me.
ad.
I'll trade for it. This guy bought 15 boxes.
Of course you
Dude,
will.
we need to get him on to hey, we should have him once a week crack a box on here.
He'd crack a case for you if you let him.
Content for weeks, maybe. Content
Yeah.
for weeks.
Greedo. We all love Greedo, right?
Yeah.
What's interesting about Greedo is he's very aggressive. So like he's a 1-drop with 3 attack. So
Because he's shot second. He's dead.
So yeah, he's got no life, but that. My rare is the 7th sister. So,
Oh, cool. I didn't get that one. Yeah, nice.
and a foil Death Trooper.
Okay.
Come on, give me a showcase. Give me a showcase Boba so I can. I got a rare Grand Inquisitor leader.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. We got you already got this one, but Del Miko was my
Okay.
rare for that pack, and a foil just regular old Walker. Yeah.
You're getting fucking old there, Wayseeker. You're getting gray in your hair, huh?
What?
You're getting old, huh?
Oh yeah,
Get-
I got lots of gray in my
Getting a
hair.
little snow on the dome
Work.
there, Wayseeker.
Yeah.
Work, you know.
Well, you got to grow beards. That way, all the gray just falls down, and you just like,
Regular
like a
Jen.
20-year-old up
Special
here.
about the Jen.
Okay.
What do we got
Right.
here?
Getting a little frosty top there, buddy.
We got a regional governor rare. That's about the worst rare.
Oh, nice.
That's where
Yeah.
worst Who cares about
Her
reading
fear
government?
looks like she got hit. That was a terrible card.
Looks like she got hit with something straight.
I
in the
actually,
face.
hey, I will tell you. I'll tell you this. I like the way that these paper packs open though.
And a cool little
They
uncommon
rip
foil
real
there.
easy.
I do. Yeah, I really enjoy this because even my kids, they have trouble sometimes with the Pokemon packs. And
Yeah.
these are very fun and easy to rip. Now, do you think the cases of these things are going to go down in like 3 weeks, a month?
Maybe.
It depends on how much draft there is. Like if draft is really popular, you're gonna see a ton of people playing draft, and there's just a lot of packs that you got to do.
What does that
to
mean?
Draft events.
What does draft mean?
So, draft means either sealed or regular draft. Everybody
Try to wait for 1 or 2 boxes.
Everybody buys 6 packs.
Okay.
Play it, and so then you either keep your 6 packs and you only use your 6 packs, or in a pure draft, you get to take a card and then you pass your pack to the next person, and they take a card, and you just keep passing your packs to everybody. So the pack that you open, you get first pick on what card you want, and then you pass the pack to somebody else. So then and they would pass you a pack, and so.
I got to go to the shop that's close. I'm going to try to talk to them because they were sold out. And then I know places were starting to sell out. And I actually didn't go. One of my other brothers went to, and then he had to actually name drop me at the one place so that he could get.
Frontline.
Because they try to charge them. They almost tried to charge them $185 for the booster pack. And the thing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Right.
apparently there are people calling in for it. And I was like, wow, dude. I was like, hey, don't just. Don't buy it.
Oh, baby.
Did you get it? Oh, look at that.
Okay.
You got me.
Look at
Nice. That's a showcase.
Shout out to Ruben.
Showcase IG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. Oh my
Oh,
God, he's so
Look at the
happy.
grin on that guy. Good job. Hey, wait a minute. I think he bought that off the
Now buy
internet.
another
He's just
box.
faking it. We haven't seen it.
What's the showcase IG88? I mean,
Play it.
IG88's
About
not a
150.
cool character by any means, but I wonder
that?
what's the showcase IG going for?
I'm going to go look right now.
Hold on, I'm
About
looking now. Give me a
125,
second.
150.
There you go, Ruben. My rare for this one is the good old Akbar. And I did get a hyperspace foil, just a common though, but still looks cool.
What was it? IGA88 showcase.
IG88.
Showcase.
Was that on top, Wayseeker, or was it in the
It
foil
was
slot?
it replaced my leader. So that was
Oh,
the
right
only
there,
leader I
right.
got.
Yeah, it was cool.
So it was
Yeah.
right on top.
There's somebody here showing one foil
175.
showcase for 300.
No, it sold for one sold for 175 on the 10th.
Oh, I'm
Still,
looking at
it's-
one now
it
for
pays for everything.
200 on Macari.
That
Are you
pays
going
for
to sell it, White Seeker?
everything.
Are you planning on selling it?
Yeah, I'll probably sell it.
Okay, so these are the sales.
Sell
Of
to
them. You
Ruben
ready?
right now.
150 to 200.
Hey,
It's one sold for 100, best offer. One sold for 175, best offer. One sold for 120, best offer accepted. 125,
one run,
150.
hyperspace foil. Common.
Early on, the 5th, if you would have had on the 5th, you could have sold it for 190.
Sure, that's when
When they
that
start to slow
probably comes
down,
out
so
there.
it's still in the 100 to 1, depending on how the condition. It's in the 100 to the
100 to 150, yeah.
Yeah.
175. But yeah.
Hey,
But you pulled that, White
I don't know
Seeker.
how I
That's
feel
your
about it being
lucky
top
card,
card, though.
man. You got to keep that.
why do I got to
You
keep
gotta
it?
That's your luck, man. Lucky card.
Regular
Yeah. Stash cars. Show your hands, Weesigar. Yeah, BK's right.
Someone's
Everyone
got
thinks-
someone's
everyone
got one
thinks I
up on
cheated.
someone's got one up on
Everyone thinks I
eBay
cheated,
for
that's fine.
300 right now.
Oh, that's a cool rare. Rare hyperspace chimera.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's a sweet one.
So we've seen the Avenger, the Chimera, and the
So that's yeah. And then I got the
You didn't see
second
that,
rare.
did
Yeah, are you seeing these on Macari too? Because I know you go on Macari a lot.
I have not looked on Macari for it, and I probably should. I do go on Macari.
there's
a
one
lot.
there's one
I know JJ does.
IG88
JJ goes
there-
on there a lot.
Yeah.
there's one IG88 foil showcase on Macari for 200, but somebody actually has one for $300 on eBay right now.
Yeah, I was just going
That's
over what
$200
actually
too
sold.
much, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
gotta
okay,
talk to
no,
J-
but
I gotta
hey,
talk to JJ
okay, hold
about
on. The 175, the guy knew what he was doing. He has it on a nice mat and everything like that. The one that sold for 100, the guy just put Star Wars Limited IG88
Print it.
TCG showcase full art.
Well, so
You can't tell shit from the picture. The picture looks like shit.
there's two truths to this when you have a new trading card game like come out. So there's two things that happen. One is you'll see horribly mislisted items like what we saw with Boba Fett and
My wolf.
probably that $100 IG-88. You'll see people that list stuff too low and because they don't know what it is.
Oh,
But you also see people in the kind of the pre-release market.
Yeah.
Like before it comes out or as soon as it comes out, the first week it's out, whatever. We'll list stuff really high, hoping that somebody bites on it.
Well, that $100
hyperspace.
How can you pre-sell these things? You don't know what you're going to get.
No, pre-release. So like this card game had pre-release boxes come out, which have the same packs in them as these boxes.
A rare Jabba
a week ago.
Look at that 2-8. Interesting stat line. Oh, and your trick events cost one less. That's a cool.
What was it?
card.
Show that again. Why does the back say? Oh, it doesn't. It's not double sided on the back.
No,
Okay.
it's just a regular unit, but it's got a really cool stat line for a 4.
Here's interesting. The $100 version wasn't only bad pictures. He put to auction. There's only one auction. Oh no, it said one. Oh, that's what happened. He put for somebody started. The first bid was $90. Then they made him an offer for $100, and he accepted the offer. Don't do that. Why would you do that?
Hyperspace Sabine. Cool.
Especially if you're only going to make your auction a $10 difference. That's
Yeah.
That's
well,
the point you might as well roll the dice.
Oh, yay.
Just shoot a picture.
You got
Why'd you
legendary
get
hyperspace, cunning. Legendary.
Nice.
Nice.
There you go.
We got that. I got 5 legendaries, right? Yeah, 5 legendaries.
There you go. See, you got a mega pack there. You're doing good.
And we got a rare fallen lightsaber.
You're whining until you finally got some cards. Crying like a little
I know.
baby.
He was. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Jay. Wayseeker was pouting there for a while.
Yeah, he was crying like a baby. He was every card that I got. He was like, "Oh, that sucks."
How to make my own luck.
I'm happy for him. I'm looking up his prices. I'm like, "Damn, that's good. All right, $200 card."
Got to make your own luck, So
whining. Make sure.
JJ, how do you ship cards?
So usually you want to put them in a top loader.
Okay.
Which is one of these plastic things I was talking about. Look, these thicker plastic.
Yep.
You can put them in a top loader. It'd be better if you tabbed it. If not, put the top loader usually in a team bag.
What he means by tabbing is you grab little fingernail clippers, and
a little flag
corner. You put a little flap there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or actually, you can buy sleeves that have tabs on them nowadays too.
Oh, nice.
Which makes it even easier. So, the other thing too is you're going to want to make sure you put it in something to keep it in place. So don't put a piece of tape on the top. I hate it when people do that. Here, I'll show you.
Even if it's painter tape?
My camera real quick. Yeah, I don't like painter tape. I don't like anything on the top of the top loader.
Yeah.
So I prefer...
Because you don't want the Clyde sliding off.
Yeah, right. But you don't want the card sliding out. So I prefer putting it... I don't have anything near me right now to show. But I prefer putting in what's called a team bag, which is basically just a plastic bag that seals around it. So it's like kind of like a Ziploc bag for cards, type of thing. That way the card doesn't slide out everywhere, and you can get it tightened in there. And then probably sandwich it between some cardboard. And if you're gonna do anything, you can do a bubble mailer. If it's a really valuable card, I always put it in a box. So,
So Wayseeker
usually buy just like a bunch of small boxes from me.
There's nothing different in this box, right? All these are the same. If you buy one of
those
these,
boxes are the same. You just have some cards that only come in there that you can't get in packs.
Yeah, let's see what the cards are that only come in here.
Are you going to open that one? I'm about to hop off. If you guys are going to.
Oh yeah, no, I just to see what's inside. I'm not going to really go through it all.
So yeah, the leaders in there, you can only get the Luke. That version of the Luke.
Just Luke and Vader. Darth Vader.
The Vader and the Luke only come in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nice. The nice thing is you don't need to buy more than one. You get all your tokens.
Punch all this shit out.
You need your tokens. You wouldn't get your tokens without that.
What's this? What's this thing? Oh,
deck boxes.
Texans.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do the Vader and Luke cards come loose, or are they inserted in those
paper?
Packs?
It's in paper.
Yeah. It's paper recyclable. Yeah, wrapped.
They're usually like in a small pack inside the.
What are these?
Okay, yeah, like
those are play mats, and they'll tell you how to. On the other one side is a picture. The other side tells you where the cards go. You have your
pretty much.
Perfect little play.
They'll actually be like a pack of like that as a deck.
You get your poster. Then
do they not make these play mats out of rubber?
I mean, they will, but you have to pay more.
That's
for
a play mat.
Yeah,
it's just piece. I mean, that's how Pokemon play mats are too. That you get started.
This is a paper play mat.
Yeah, paper.
they're not going to give
thought it
you a
was a
nice
cool
playmat
poster.
because they're going to sell it to you.
Cool poster. It is a cool poster. Cool
Yeah.
poster. All right. Yeah, it tells you how to play the things on it.
So you get your
No, I got-
tokens. You can
See,
have
I'm
tokens
spoiled.
for 2 people.
Yeah, I got
Nice.
tokens there. Tokens, boxes. What else they give you in this
And
thing?
you get 2 decks. I think it's a decent. I mean, they retail 35. I know you probably didn't pay 35 for it, but
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, so that's it. So then, I don't know.
each side comes with 10 unique cards that are only found in the starter deck. So, like, there's a Tarkin in there for the Darkside. That's a cool unit.
But I thought we already had a Tarkin.
We have a leader Tarkin, not a unit
It's a
Tarkin.
Let's see which one
and-
this is first.
I forget all of the Darkside ones. Light side, you get an R2D2, you get C3PO. You
All
get
right, so
Leia.
here's the dark side. It's Vader.
Yep.
And then a base, commander center. Oh, wait a minute. How's this dark side if it's got Jedi stuff in it?
Those are just your experience or shields. So as you see there, that's something you put onto a unit if they get shields. So you'll see you'll get some shield cards, you'll get some experience cards. Experience is
These
kind of like
are
buff the
Tarkies.
unit. So there's your Tarkin. That's as you see there. If you see it, it'll say like an S for the rarity, which means it's starter only.
Well, there's
Hey, what are the prices? What have the prices done on those? I guess you call them promo cards that you guys were talking about a month or so ago.
Yeah,
The prices come down on those.
Let's take a look.
So that's that. Deck.
Oh, like the ones they hand out at cons and stuff.
Yeah, like where you were, JJ. You said you had. Was it you? It was you, right?
I got
Both of them went to the event last week, I think.
I think they still go for around like $50 or $60
Okay, not bad.
for the pair.
and the one from the pre-release
I get this back to my kid. He's gonna...
is the judge ones are still going for about 100 for the 2 together, and just the regular ones are going for like $10.
Those rubber mats. The rubber mats are nice.
So you also are going to get some promos in the weekly play. So there's a really cool.
What do you mean by that? Explain us what that is. Talk like you're talking to nobody. So never done before.
So like to encourage weekly play at your game shop, FFG will send out what they call our or just regular old kits, store kits.
Okay.
And so basically, by going to the event, you get a promo. However they set up. Maybe you have to go 3 times. If you go 3 times, you get a promo. Maybe if you win the event, you get a promo. They get a set number of promo cards to encourage people to show up to the store and actually play the game. And so one of the promos for Spark of Rebellion is a Greedo. And so it's the regular old Greedo. That one runs for about 15. There's also, I think each kit comes with 1 or 2 Sabine Wren promos. And those Sabine Wren promos that are much more rarer in the kit, they look awesome. It's a hyperspace foil Sabine Wren unit.
They usually have different art too.
Different art, all of that. Those things are running right now for about $80 to $100. And so it's just a way of encouraging people to go to the local shop and actually play.
Here, question.
Some of the other promos out there, there is a Yoda alt art promo where Yoda looks really, really old. He's got his cane.
I didn't see that.
It looks pretty cool. It's running for about $15. There's a Death Trooper alt art promo, and that one is also running for about $15. So right now, the big promo outside of the Gen Con ones, which were much more rare because you had to be at Gen Con, and those are the ones that
everyone guy in Twitch really likes the Star Wars thing. I've actually heard really good things about the Star Wars thing. Hey, Repair Tech Toy has a question for you. Some of the base cards I got in the pre-release had the shields or experience token on the back. Is that normal on the regular basis in the booster?
Yeah.
Do we have a base? Okay, yes.
So every base on the back has either a shield or an experience part.
Everyone get in here.
You want to keep your bases
Yeah.
if you're playing the game because you're going to need multiple shields and multiple experiences. And so that's the nice thing is the bases double as a usable card. And so you do want to keep those. But the only ones where they have experience or shield only cards come in the box there that Marco just opened. And so that's kind of a neat thing as well.
I guess he doesn't like Magic, or he does. I don't understand what this comment means that much, but he says Stars Unlimited is going to kill Magic. I doubt that. Magic's
I don't
huge.
think that's going to happen.
No, but
no.
Magic's been around for 30 plus years. It's not.
Yeah, I know, but I will tell you that there is a lot of buzz around this Unlimited.
Well,
the hope is that the real hope is that it becomes like a long-term playable game,
right?
Because if it's not a playable game, or if the play starts to falter after a while and players leave the game, that's when the card game dies.
Yeah, but I mean, people like when I was sending my brother out there, like the dealers, obviously I knew a couple of them, were like, yeah, no, bro. Like, what's your brother think they're talking about me? What is he talking about? Didn't he realize this game was going to be popular? I was like, no, I didn't realize it was going to be popular because the last couple games haven't been popular. So it seems like they're seeing that it's going to be popular.
To me, like, I will be very surprised if both Lorcana and Star Wars Unlimited make it. I think one of the games will probably rise above the other one, and they're probably competing. They're probably competing with a lot of the same players to figure out who that's going to be. The people that don't want to play Magic, don't want to play Pokemon, looking for a new card game. And
I don't know that that's the case. I don't think. I think a lot of the Lorcana hype was driven by collectors, Disney collectors in particular, more than it was players.
Plus, I mean, they kind of price this stuff out.
Yeah, I think there's room for both games to do as a player, but Lorcana is going to get the backing of benefit from being in big box stores and things like that much faster. So I think that on a level, as far as a wide playability, you're probably going to see Lorcana probably eclipse it. But
so
I think there's room for both.
Get in here, everyone. He's saying that he played both games, and he's saying it's tough to. And that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like, it also the prices will raise because if it's a collector thing over a playable thing, those booster boxes start to get out of hand real quickly.
So it will be fascinating. I think this game is built for draft. It's built for draft. It's built for sealed in a way that I don't think Lorcana is. Just because it has 16 cards. Like, all you got to do is buy 6 packs. You go and you have an event, and you have enough to build a deck from it. And I think they are really
that limits it a little bit.
What are decks selling for?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what are packs selling for? What's an individual pack selling?
Pack is $5.
So you're gonna spend 30. Why wouldn't you just buy
$30
booster?
Because I think there's going to come a time too, though, where people won't want to do draft every single play. Tournaments and things like that, people are going to want to do their own decks. They're going to do, draft tournaments and like official tournaments.
Well, let me ask you about draft here. If I buy a booster, can I just take 6 packs out of my booster pack? A booster box?
No, because then you don't know.
No,
you have to buy your packs there.
Most stores do it this way. You buy your 6 packs, you get to play your event. Every win, if you win your round, you get an extra pack. So the store is awarding you a free pack if you win. So a store,
but what good is that shit? Because then you can't use that for your draft next time.
What? No, you can't use it for your draft next time, but you get those cards for your collection or for.
Hell yeah! This sure shit seems like the stores are getting away with one.
Well, they got to make money somehow. But you could always do a draft with your friends. You could buy a box, divvy it up, have 4 people.
I ain't giving you shit. You don't make my money. I'll pay my own. So you buy your own.
I don't think in big tournaments and stuff there'll be much flavor to play a draft every single time as the game gets older, at least.
Yeah, no, you're probably right with that.
Because I mean that's $30. Like, let's say, so if you play there, it's because it's such a short game. It's 20 minutes. If you play, like, I'm not going to want to play one time. The problem with Pokemon is the game lasts about 45 minutes now. An hour. You can't get to last that long. Like, if that game was 20 minutes, I'd play it more often with my son because I've got 45 minutes to play with him. You know what I mean, or something like that. 20 minutes.
Yeah. Everyone getting here says that one of the nice things is Twin Sons. It is you can't play 2v2 in this game, which is built.
Oh, is that what Twin Sons is called?
Which is really nice for card games, especially if you want to play with more than one friend. Like, if we ever had somebody else that wants to play other than me, you, and JJ, whoever, like Dom's not going to play. Like, no matter what we do, like I can never see that happening. And
plus, you can
I would either. But
you can coordinate your decks, which makes it a lot of fun too.
Maybe we should move this over to strictly. Maybe we should play one of these games strictly on Twitch, just for the point. Do one for the general people, but go over to Twitch because I think it will have some play on that, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
Twitch is more popular for stuff like that, honestly.
Yeah,
it is. Now we got enough cards so we can build some decks though, and I can beat Marco.
Ozzy, you beating me? Not well. Probably right now, but I'd be careful, buddy. I'd be very careful. Hey, when you were pouting there, I like to see that.
Oh,
so that your whining will have no effect on me.
You're a professional card player too, just a different type of card player.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to. Yeah, I don't play it. Yeah,
you said it.
I used to be really good. Yeah,
you've said you played some games before.
Yeah, yes, I used to be very good. Yes.
So I have no doubt that you, if you put your mind to it, you.
Yeah, if I do, I just gotta find the time to get.
Marco played Digimon. Everyone.
It's all about
Digimon.
It's all about time, though. Like I don't got the time anymore. I'm trying to figure out. Like
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Do I want to play in tournaments and like put myself on that scene because the store championship tournaments are 1 day. After that, the regional tournaments, it's a 2-day tournament. You can't just set aside 1 day. You got to set aside Saturday and Sunday. And unfortunately, I work on Sunday, so that doesn't work for me. And then you want to play in the big tournaments?
Hey, could you imagine somebody like me rolling up in one of these tournaments? I'm gonna roll the tournament.
Yeah.
All these balls drinking fools are gonna be like this clown. And if I go to play, I'm gonna play.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you gotta say like 2 days. And then the big tournaments, they're 3 days. Who can set aside a Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Well, that's how
you got family.
That's how when I was sponsored, you
sure when you were sponsored.
I mean, it was like a week. You would, and it's out. It's like
I get that
all day hours.
I know. I've been there too, but we're in a different phase of life right now.
Yeah. I couldn't do it now. No,
we got family and we got other things.
Well, also too, I don't think I could sit in the seat for that long.
It stinks.
Yeah, and your seat's probably were not as comfortable as my seats.
Everybody's eating Doritos.
I don't eat. No, I hate that shit. I've never ate.
They're dropping back all their.
It was
sodas all day long.
It was like I would fast. All I do is drink Red Bulls and water.
I think Marco would get in their heads though. Marco would be sitting there, and he would just like start unbuttoning. Yeah.
No, well, I mean, like I'm not.
And then his signature move, he would take his card and just kind of wipe it across.
I've gone to some of these shows. You don't see people like me typically, or like to some of these.
Every one of these is right next to a Taco Bell, so you smell like Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one thing that when I make fun of them, I really don't. That's why I keep saying balls because I've never seen anything where people just bring in like their own food. It's every flavor of Mountain Dew, like
I used to
Funyuns and shit. I what the fuck.
I used to go to a store that was the tournaments and stuff like Magic tournaments and stuff were mostly adults, and that guy would let you bring beer and shit in. That was crazy.
Dude, it smells so bad. Like it does smell like
illegal.
It smells like a bad con too in there because all these dudes are farting it up too in there, just like not even caring. So.
And as for the question in chat, is there a gambling addiction? Some of these people who do these tournaments all the time, they get addicted to it. So yeah,
for sure. Or, Ruben, and Ruben just like got.
Yeah, Ruben. I mean, Ruben went out. He's never played the game before. He goes out and buys a case.
When I used to do Magic tournaments back in the '90s and early 2000s, man, there would be people that was their life. They would go to tournaments and that was it.
Yeah, right. You have a whole bag of Doritos and you demand a cut. That's why. That's the worst.
Oh, see
your sleeves are all greasy.
Hey, you see this? That I roll this mat up and how about that?
Roll the mat up and beat somebody with it.
That's the only problem. That's the only problem I'd have. It is like because I've never played in one of them before. You know what I mean? But I have. Like I said, there's a couple comic shops that would have them in there. And like just the mannerisms and like the disgusting, like all the stuff that I do not like people licking their fingers and shit, and like
it's the con stuff you hate.
It's all the con stuff is
eating while looking at comic books.
Yep. I hate all that shit.
Same
just
thing.
play cards. Don't fucking. Why would you eat? When Phil Ivey, dude, I fucking almost threw a shit at Phil Ivey because his jackass came over with fucking mixed drinks. This one guy, and they were sitting there eating. I go, hey asshole, like come on. Come on. Nobody wants to see you drop your food everywhere. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Yeah. So
yeah,
I mean,
Marco doesn't have the patience for it. I don't know if I have the time for it.
Yeah.
It is
I don't
so
have
much
time for it either. But they're opening a shop now. I'm waiting for it to open. I don't know what it is. They're literally opening a shop in the like I live by a downtown area. In the downtown area, they like I can walk there, and they are opening up a shop. And I think it looks weird, like it's got a dragon symbol and it says games and cars, and so it's got to be right up your guys' fucking alley with that weird shit. So
yeah,
hopefully they open that up, and then maybe I can talk to them about getting some real ones out there. I mean, my neighbors play D&D and shit. They have like they come in, so maybe I can get them to. They get like everybody to come in from like Milwaukee. They get like 6 or 7 dudes to come in and play.
Dubs, I have no idea what a furrycon smells like, but I feel like it smells like a lot of perfume. So
no,
it would probably smell horrible because there's people in those suits, man. It smells like KY and sweat and depression.
Oh. It does not. It smells a lot of like wet. Yeah, it does not smell good.
It's desperation, depression, KY, and sweat.
The hard part about GamerCons is like there's literally no.
What's that at the GamerCon?
The GamerCon. I remember when I played in the one Worlds I went to. Like it was a 3-day tournament. We ended at like midnight, and we had to be back at like 6:30 in the morning with our decks. So like you got to go home, you got to grab a bite to eat, you get 4.5 hours of sleep, you get up, you got to be back out there.
Hey,
you can't even take a shower because you got no time to sleep.
Okay.
How much money could you win off of these?
Those? None.
Some are worth a lot.
Oh hell no! I like when I was playing. At least we won money. You
no. These games were big enough.
It depends on
money. You win play
like it depends on the company.
Depends on the company. Depends on the store. Depends on where you go. Yeah. Like I said, there's a shit ton of stores down here, and the more hardcore players go to the stores where you win money or boxes. Like when I say money, you're talking like full boxes of packs or things of that nature.
But nobody's gonna do that for unlimited right now.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like not 10,000, like 2-day 10,000 tourneys. You'd like.
Yeah, that's not going to happen in anything outside of like the game games.
Maybe, the big worlds,
Bandai does
and stuff.
Bandai does
Magic
it
is going to have that. What?
Bandai does it for some of their card games.
Yeah, but like the newer games, like Lorcana probably can't even do a cash prize tournament. Lorcana probably can't even do a cash prize tournament that's over 1,000.
Hey guys, I'm going to bounce.
All right,
all right, Night Jedi.
They're just trying to build their player base. They can't. I don't know. So yeah, you're not making money on that stuff.
No, maybe outside of Magic, Pokemon. How much you guys' buy-ins
for the tournaments?
$30, 35.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
up that shit to a fucking couple thousand, then you'll be able to do it.
Sure. Who's gonna do that?
Like I said, the main like Worlds tournaments and stuff like that, like the big Worlds tournaments and stuff like that, is where you're gonna get money like that.
Yeah,
especially with like Magic the Gathering and shit.
Sure, Magic's done.
I'm surprised, like, because like they gotta have at least something going on. Like Super Smash Brothers, how that took off, that was all gambling.
There you go. The real winnings is the friends we make.
Yeah, there you go. All right, thank you, everyone. Get a hold of us too if you want to do one of these online. We really are going to try to. I know we might not get a ton of views on it. It might not be a primetime thing during like the Darkside show, but I think if we can, like, it should be fun. I mean, I don't really give a shit that much, but I know you guys really want to do it. I know Pete will probably get in on it too, because a lot of those guys are saying, they like to do, like he said, meet some friends, have something here that's not taking up. If it's only 20 minutes, you pop in for a game, pop in for an out, get an hour. Everybody set aside an hour, get a couple games going.
Yeah,
that would be weird as shit doing Twin Suns not in the same place.
Yeah, it'd be hard, but you could do it. You just would have to know all the cards really, really well, so you could just. That's the hard part,
bro. And I mean,
playing each other, not in the same space.
Yeah, I'll probably maybe play this 1 or 2 times with my son, but I won't play it just so that you can see how bad I'm going to start off as, so I can learn how to play it, and then, you know what I mean, go from there.
Yep.
So, all right, guys.
I'm not going to play it at all before we play it.
You are, yeah, but you've played this style before.
No, I've only played it once. A Gen Con, that was it.
No, but you've played the style of game. You've played this style of game before.
Oh, a trading card game?
Yeah, but even like a similar one that probably has similar mechanics in this, because like this doesn't have the same mechanics as like Pokemon. Like Pokemon mechanics are different.
I mean, you've played.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've played, but I haven't played anything like this as far as the the mechanics go. Honestly,
You play Elder Scrolls online ever?
who me?
Yeah.
Not online, no.
I think if you played Elder Scrolls Online, you get a lot of the mechanics aspect of it, and like the health aspect and like how you can do it. And so I would say with the MOBA feel with the lanes, to me, the way I can best describe it is it's a lot of Elder Scrolls, some Star Wars Destiny, and mixed in with some other little bit here. So that's how I
used to play. There was a MOBA Star Wars game. What was the name of it? I can't remember what it was.
Commander.
I used to play that. Was it Commander? Force Commander or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I used to play that, so I'm a little bit familiar with it from that, but that's it. As close as it gets.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Yeah, let's try to figure that out. Well, thank you everybody for sticking around. It looks like people were interested in this because they were hanging out pretty late. Appreciate all of you. Like I said, drop us a line.
Next week we'll get to hear about Dom's con experience. I can't wait for that.
Oh my God. No, I actually can't. I don't know what that was though. We have to talk to him. Here, if you're interested, hit that up real quickly. Feel free to send out a Gmail to Renovision, or I don't even know what I've got no clue what my IG thing is. I don't really go that much on IG though. So hit Wayseeker up or Double J's Comics good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let us know.
Wayseeker with that.
I'm glad he got it, dude. I would put that one right again. I put it up at 200 OBO and see if you can get like. I would be surprised if you get 175.
175, 180,
160 to 180, somewhere between there. That's why I like.
I gotta buy a top loader and some other stuff, and I'll put it up.
You don't have top loaders?
No.
That car's going down the edge. Yeah.
I don't have top loaders.
That's what I just said. I just look at this. I just did this stack of these are like the rare cards in there. I stacked them in the top loaders already.
That's good for you.
I don't even do this card shit.
Man, enough to get a new haircut.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, lady.
I'll pick some up. I'll pick some up.
Stop harassing Paige. All right, just kidding. And good job against BK.
Yep.
They're cheap. You can get them anywhere, I guess. But all right, man. Thank you everybody for it. We had a great show. I was a lot of card thing. I guess you guys are enjoying that portion of it, so we'll continue to try to do it. If I can find, I just can't keep asking people for favors and not pay $140 for a case. Like that's absurd.
Thanks for joining, Luke. Yeah.
What? Luke?
You said
Luke
case.
was watching one who's organizing his Star Wars 77 collection cards.
Oh, there you go, Luke.
That's cool.
Those are some.
You know what? I bet Luke has top loaders, Wayseeker.
I'm sure Luke does. Better if you have a Cube 77 Star Wars card. You pull a rare Luke or whatever. You better have top loaders.
Cool. Well, make sure you watch all the great shows here. We got a bunch. You know, you guys watch them anyways. Watch them. All right. Later.
Great shows.
Thank you. Bye.